Hi! Welcome to the supercut of all the episodes from Got Items Season 2. Unlike Season 1, which had lots of different styles and changes, Season 2 was a lot more of just refining the style that I've pieced together in Season 1, and then shaping and polishing it into a format where each episode is just slightly better than the last one. There was plenty to learn and plenty to enjoy throughout this season. I really want to make more, so I would love some input on either series or specific items I should look into building next time. Anyways, thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy this compilation. See ya! Welcome to Got Item Season 2. We're starting with, of course, Link's family heirloom, the hero shield. How's everyone doing? It's good to be streaming again. Wow! I'm gonna be out of practice, I'll be honest about that. This whole room has now been audio treated for acoustics, so now it's way less echoey. I won't be working on papercraft versions of these, I don't think, for the most part at least. This is just a flat shield panel, so a poster printout should work just fine. Forgot what the baby man looks like. He looks like me. Okay, I think that covers everything I wanted to get to, so let's just get right into the shield. Where are my pins? There. What I expect to do here with this template is to gradually cut it down as I get more pieces. So I'm gonna get the big broad shape of it done first, then I'll cut out the frame and make that a separate piece, and then I'll probably cut out this, and this, and this. I think, oh, that's a little off with my camera, let's see. Oh, that broke its neck. Let's trace this guy out. This is the Wind Waker shield. Yeah, this is Link's hero shield. This is family heirloom. It is apparently a bit of an ancient relic from the war that made everything flooded. Grandma gives it to him as he takes off to go rescue his sister. He does have a sister in Wind Waker. He has a grandma and a sister. Sister's name is Errol and grandma's name is Grandma. When Errol gets captured by the Helmrock King, your grandma finds out Errol's gone missing, and you're gonna go save her. She's sad to lose both of her grandchildren in the same day, but she understands that you gotta go get your sister back. Despite Tetra's mocking that the shield looks pretty flimsy, it actually withstands literally every attack. This thing blocks everything and keeps you nice and safe. You are basically undamageable while you have this thing held in front of you, which is great. I made a very big discovery, which makes me feel kind of stupid for only realizing it now, but these anti-cut mats, these things, they have completely flipped my ability to make. Because that wood board I was using, as I made a joke about at some point, it kept cutting into and locking my knife, which is no good. This is entirely resistant to cut, so I can go all the way along it. So I can actually cut way smoother, which is awesome. I guess we'll just start cutting. And down we go. Surgical precision. Curve the blade. Oh yeah, that's so much smoother. So much smoother, right as I slice into my stomach here and kick myself. Whoopsies. Okay. I think this is a good size. That should work, and I can probably make it double up here. I'll go probably 2 panels thick in thickness here, and then I'll do like a border with the white trim. This won't be super even across both of them, but that's okay. Yeah, that's a good thickness. Just gotta heat gun it back a bit. Actually, what would be really nice is having something to bend this over, like a, ooh, this. Hopefully it doesn't collapse on me, but this is like an iced tea jug. This is actually stronger. This is my little plastic bin I use for blades. The green guy. Oh yeah, Ben. He's hiding in the back there. I don't know if he's really hiding. He's very visible. Just enough so that they press together without pressing into the foam. What is this thing? Because it's not a bird. It's like a gargoyle man. He's not a happy looking guy. I suppose in between letting that dry, I could probably cut out the frame of it now. This is not thick enough. Do I have a piece that's thick enough for this? I do not. That's no good. I could actually probably just cut this on 2 of these. Oh, okay, just barely. I guess I'll be doing a top and bottom. Careful with the razor. What are you talking about? I'm a master of the knife. I know all the tricks. Ooh, I'm gonna cut my eye open with this. I know it. Chocolate icing. It wasn't. It was hot glue. Like my eyes, can I have them? My eyes are mine. I'm sorry. They're staying inside my head the whole time. Unless I do this. A little too close. The blade's not drawn, silly. Stab my whole head with this. Stab. There's no blade. It does still hurt though, so I'm gonna stop doing that. Multiple devices so I'm portable. That's great. You can take me everywhere. Take me in the car and drive off a cliff. I'll protect you. I won't. Ew. That was not supposed to go flying like it did, but it went up to the ceiling over there. One of my clampers have Master Sword colors. You are so right, they do. Master Sword. Oh, that's loose. I'm not gonna twirl that. That's going in my eye if that slips out. Okay, I should be able to start cutting off the excess. I'll Dremel everything last. Okay, so we have like our base shield piece here. I'm not sure if I want to do the back of it, if I should add a handle or not. I probably won't. I don't really see why I need to. I guess I can probably start by doing these details now, and once I have them all glued on, I can begin dremeling. That didn't cool it off enough. That really hurt. Ah, this looks very uneven. Like it's not symmetrical in the middle there, but I think that's because this middle part is rough. Like look at how much space is on the right compared to the left. Okay, visually it looks off, but that's only because this black point here is the actual middle of the shield, not this little divot here, because that's wrong. He's a little high up off the bottom, but I don't think that's gonna matter too much. It is off center. I'm gonna peel them and try again. Okay, that should work. I think that's definitely a little more aligned. It bevels a bit, so I'll bevel a couple of the pieces a bit for sure. Now I gotta cut out 3 nipples. These will need to be dremelled very, very heavily, because these are very roughly shaped nipples. Okay, where is this placed? Oh no, it's way too big. It is way too big. Why is it so big? Well, the whole thing is a whole lot lower than I have it here. There's supposed to be a little bit more room at the top here. I think I gotta bring everything down. That's what I might do. I might heat gun and peel it. They came off all pretty easily. I don't think anything tore too much. There's a small chunk that I took out of the shield board, but can't be helped. There we go. Yeah, this is way more room. This is way more room. See, now this also looks horribly off center. Very much so. But that's where the middle is. I could probably actually just curve this wing up to help it a little bit. I think it's coming along nicely. For being in such a simple shape though, this is taking me a bit of time. Let's just re-glue the Triforce. Yeah, that's looking good. Now I just gotta do the next one, the next swirl. Hero's Shield Rough. Now it is time to Dremel it, I think. Safety first. This genuinely has worked way better for me than that like anti-dust mask. See you guys in a bit. I'm back and I'm covered in dust, but that I think is looking pretty good. I don't know how well the details are showing up. I gave it a lot of wear. A lot of wear on the edges and sides. Well, I need to go have a shower. The scratches look a little iffy, but that'll look fine when they're painted over and coated. I am very happy with how this looks. I think that's it. That's as good as it's gonna look for now. I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Hello there. Where's the button? We're painting today. Juicy paint noises. Nice! To work we go! This looks a little too red, actually. This is the color brown we want. I ended up going with more of a wood texture than I did leather, even though I said I was gonna do leather because I'm a failure. I'm a liar and a fraud. Paint. I think this will be the color I use. It's a warm white. I'm gonna use that for the shield border here. Maybe I should attach a handle to this thing. That would have made it really helpful. I should have done that before I finished building it. I could use a pin. Oh, I have a nail over there. I'll use a nail. I just need to be able to hold it a little bit while I paint. But if I just puncture right there and not go all the way through, hopefully. There you go, now I can pick it up and actually hold it on. I can't stop it! I can't stop it! I can't wait for this to go flying into one of my lights or camera or something. Maybe the nail's a bad idea. Or maybe it's just because I kept spinning it. That probably doesn't help. That's a good off-white color for the shield border. It's so tempting to spin it. I gotta stop spinning it because that's just making the nail go in farther. I don't want to have it poke through. Why is this is just a stick? Why is this in here? I've been trying for a while to get my head to separate from the background because my hair kind of blends in with the back panels behind me. I don't think the light lamp's doing too much to light up that side, but adding another light source that's brighter on this side could help to separate me. I could also just dye my hair. Well, here, why don't I try? I'll just take some of this paint and put it in my hair like this. All right. Yeah! I don't think any of that is visible. Oh, kind of. It just looks like I have a head injury. This is not a good idea at all, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Hopefully this stuff washes out. If not, I'm gonna be in trouble. Wonderful! This is gross. Ah, it did separate me from the background. Midlife crisis! I look lame. Wow. Just gotta wipe my scalp off now. I'll use the paint water that's slightly red. That'll be good. It does separate me from the background. I've had worse hairstyles than this, even with the color. What other colors should I put in here? Should I do purple? Oh! Wow. I can't wait to realize that, like, whatever chemicals are in paints just completely erode my hair away like Nair. Alright, back to painting, I guess. It is coming along. That's a decent color for the Triforce. I'm gonna make it a lot brighter to match the icon. I could do that now. I think I've got all the wood detail I wanted to do. I might do another coat of this brighter stuff here. I could also etch in some of the scratch marks there and stuff, dry brush some of the scratches to make it have some detail. I do wonder if all that battle damage is gonna look a little cheesy on it. We will see when it's finished. For now, I think it's looking okay. I look wise. I look like a gamer. So clearly not. Almost done with this wood paint layer, and then I'm gonna get on to doing the Triforce and then doing the fine white details. It's gonna take a couple coats of white to mask over all this brown that I put on it by accident. It's actually covering it really well. I might have to do only like 2 coats on this. I could also just paint more precisely in the future. I'm not going to, but I could. Yeah, the white paint is really strong. I thought it would dry really transparent and have the brown showing through a lot, but it really isn't. You know what I could do to add a good amount of detail is I could take this brighter color and I could very easily dry brush it along the edge of each of these details, make it look like the wood's aged a little more around those sections. I will give it a shot once it's dried. I'm going crazy. I keep forgetting that I dyed my hair. Well, painted my hair. It doesn't really dye. Hopefully it washes out okay. I think it's coming along. I'm trying to get these scuff marks to look a little better and not look so, like, Sharpie drawn on. I'm gonna have to do another coat of white on these things afterwards, but I think it was worth it to get this light brown detail. Right now, these dark lines on here look way too strong. There we go. I think that's actually working. By covering them up with a lighter color, it kind of makes them look a little more aged and a little more natural. Though I do think overall I did overdo it with the battle damage that I gave this thing. Despite it's supposed to be a little older, it still looks, these look like just general lines I kind of drew in. I think overcoating these was actually the right call, because they really hide them and they make them look more like cracks and less like marks. Yeah, that looks better for, look at those. You barely even see them, but they're still kind of apparent, but they're not as like liney as this, which is nice. I don't think the wear effect on this is too bad. I just think it's too bad in some places like up here. That's bad. That's too orange. They're like noticeable if you're looking for them, but they're not like just dark lines. This might need actually a darker color than I expected. I was wrong about the color. Let's get some more black in there. I'd say I got maybe 30 minutes to go altogether, maybe not. It depends on how long this takes to paint the gargoyle details. Looks awful. Get out, Allie. Banned from chat.
I can't wait to get home with my kids.
Ban button. I don't have one. I think this is all pretty visible. Yeah, that's looking good up there. He looks so sad. He's also missing his body. I gotta draw that in. I'd be sad if I was missing my body too. Ha ha ha. The only thing now I think I gotta do is patch up these details up here and the bolts with a bit more of this color and some shading. Okay, that's one of the decals done. I don't know if I'd call it a decal or not. One of the details done. A little more brightness on the Triforce. I'm content to call that with my colors. I think that looks good. Now what I think I'm gonna do next, and it'll be the last thing I'm gonna do, is I'm going to gloss the metal details a bit, just to give them a bit more of a shine in compared to the dried wood. Okay, this will look a little better when it's dried, but that is the gloss varnish. So the things do shine. You really can't see it. But it looks like polished metal, kind of. Not really super polished, but clean. The back isn't designed at all, but that's because it's really just going to be a wall decoration, and that's fine. I'm content to call that a mask. Not a mask. It's not a mask. Not a bad result, and not a bad start to the season. I'm really happy with the shape of this one. I do think that I overdid it with the battle damage and wear, but overall I still think the colors and the shape are really well done. Yeah, overall I'm really happy with how this looks. I'm glad it turned out the way it did. And I'm really excited to move on to the next items. Speaking of which, the next item we're going to work on is going to be the Picto Box. We're back! We're making the Picto Box today. I'm not gonna be doing papercraft again, because that would be a pain for something this size, and it'd be very complex. And it wouldn't be that helpful, because generally this is just a couple tubes held together with, like accordion... What is it? Is that actually called anything? Like accordion screen? What I should do, because I missed this last time, is I should go into way more detail as to how you get the camera. So, get the shield, go to Forsaken Fortress, go get your sister back, get your ass handed to you by the big bird. Big bird from Sesame Street. He grabs you and chucks you away. Thankfully, as you're floating, unconscious, the King of Red Lions, he's the ship, he comes and finds you. He picks you up somehow. I don't know how he does that. He has no arms. But he brings you over to Windfall Island, which is a little merchant trading post island that people gather and convene and trade amongst. And Zenari asks you to go let his friend out of jail, which is always a good sign. They have one prison cell, and the one person in there is Tingle. Apparently, according to Zenari, they captured Tingle as soon as he arrived, just because he looks funny. And so, you go and let him out of jail. You know, don't consult with the authorities or anything, just out he goes. And you can crawl into a crawl space in the back of it, and at the back of that little maze is the Picto Box, sitting in a chest. There's a couple skulls in there. Tingle may have killed 5 or 6 people, who knows? Obviously, it's a camera, so it takes pictures. You can store up to 3 pictures in the GameCube version, and I think up to 12 on the Wii U. The pictures can be used in generally just side quests. There's a couple side quests with Lenzo, and all of which are on Windfall Island. Whoop. Ow! That was painful. I rolled my knee into my computer case corner. Alright, how long has it been? 20 minutes? I'm almost started? Great. I suppose I could start by making 4 tubes of this shape. Now I just gotta roll up a little bit of thin foam. I'm rolling away again. And I just about bashed my knee one more time. Oh, that's what I can do. Okay, that's what I can do. I can cut this at actually half thickness, and I can make these caps, these yellow caps, that will hold well enough. Now I'm just gonna do it a couple more times. I'll attach pieces to it, and we'll have the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. gonna need 16 of these cut out because I need to double them up. Yeah, I just gotta cut out 2 of these. 2 of these little squares. These are not squares, these are rectangles. Nothing close to similar. Oh, that was such a bad cut, Ryland. What are you thinking? Failure and fraud. End stream. Delete channel. Delete god item. What are we at now? An hour and a half? Almost got some kind of shape to show for it, but I know it's kind of looking silly. It'll take shape really quickly once I have all the pieces built. Oh, bye-bye. It just disappeared. It fell into the void. There we go, I got all the tubes finished. So now I can actually start gluing stuff together. Yeah, okay, now I'm gonna have to Dremel some stuff now. Trust the process. And we're back. That was messy. Okay, so that's taken care of. Now I can actually start making this thing have some shape. Okay, this front panel. 2 panels. Now I just gotta make the accordion string thing on the inside. How do I do this exactly? I guess, do I just cut a bunch of strips and alternate them together? I could probably do that. I'm probably overthinking this. I'll just cut a bunch of strips. I'm just gonna cut a bunch of strips. That'll make it easier. Yeah, I don't think I could just like squish this and have it work that way. I don't think this foam won't hold its shape well enough. I need to make it sharp. How do you even do an accordion pattern like this? I might also just use paper. Now I just gotta stick this here. That's fine. Okay, good. That's one corner done. Yeah, then I can just glue all the corners. I think this is gonna work. I think this will work as the inside of the Picto Box. Almost there. I just gotta get these last corners glued, and then I'll have the piece I need. Okay, this can be our inside now. Which part's the top? Which part's the bottom? Both sides have ugly parts in them. Oh, that didn't stick. Has some real shape to it. Oh, these are definitely not level with one another. I could peel it off and try again. I don't think I can use heat gun on this because that'll basically just incinerate the paper. I'm making the lens now and I've got the thing kind of as one piece here. Still gotta glue it, but it's got its shape almost. Oh, okay, that didn't glue at all for some reason. I still don't know how to make this work. Just the original, I really should have put something in here that could push it back open because it keeps going to kind of squish it in itself. Do I have anything I could use to extend this thing and just keep it extended? Anything in here? Nope. Popsicle sticks. There we go. I can just as easily put these on the outside too. Ever replayed a childhood game and realized it wasn't as great as you remembered? Yes, it's called every Zelda game. I do love the Zelda series, but they're not perfect. This is our Picto Box. Almost. It's still just drawing. It's coming along. I just gotta do like some final details here. You gotta love the part of the project where you kind of just like step back for a second and you're like, oh, I'm not as happy with this as I would have liked. Oh well. Okay. I'm content to call that a shape. That is decent. The accordion pattern didn't look as good as I would have liked, but you know what? That's okay. Watched a full Ryland stream from start to finish. I'm so sorry. But here we go. Picto Box shape. It's not even visible. That's gonna be that for stream. This place is a mess. I gotta clean up and I gotta have some food because I'm starving. Good evening. It's not really evening yet. It's only 4:30 where I am. Hi. I haven't slept and I feel like garbage. But we're gonna make this thing finish today. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest, I kind of cheated with this thing. Honestly, I didn't like how the shape turned out at all. I went back later on off stream. In fact, it was about maybe 8 hours ago. I guess maybe closer to 12. And I 3D printed the accordion pattern on the inside, so it's a much better shape. And I also cut down the height of the thing a whole lot more. I think it looks better overall, and that's kind of what I'm going for over doing it all in one day. Anyways, I'm gonna paint this thing. Hopefully it's not gonna take too long. And when I'm done, I'm gonna go to bed. Please rest. I'll be fine. You be quiet. This should not be super complex. Wow. I'm not awake enough to be funny. That color's actually going on really well. I might have to do another coat of red just to get the lighter spots patched over. But overall, I think that's a really good, vibrant red color that we want to use. Isn't the accordion part darker red? Probably. Might be a couple gaps that I miss. Can't be helped. It can, but I'm not going to help it. Let's go yellow. I've got all this yellow, let's use it. Camera looks good on camera? Yeah, it does. Applying lots of yellow to the top little nubs. That works. The little top notch there. Just gonna do the bottom ones, and we can move on to another color. Actually, I gotta cover the lens. But I'm liking how it's looking so far, and I'm very glad that I managed to make the shape into something I liked. The colors are working. I might do another coat of yellow over a couple spots here to make it just a little more vibrant. I'm kind of getting into that streamer mode thing where my brain starts working a little better, because my brain was not working at the beginning of this because I was tired. That color is looking actually pretty sick. I'm liking it. My instincts. Wizard spell, summon ketamine ape. Go! No Dr. Pepper shirt today. It's still in the laundry, so I wore my other color, orange. My Just Ryland official orange. This is really coming along super nicely. I probably should have done the brown colors first, but it's too late now. That should do, right? Close enough. We'll use that. I don't know, I'm casting like a wizard spell hand on this. Does the accordion function?
No.
I'm gonna paint this blue, and that'll be my lens when it's ready. I'm still getting just kind of the base coats on of everything. Oh, that was probably too much. That was probably way too much. Not quite. That's the color I wanted. Fun stream. Surely the creator didn't pull an all-nighter before he started. True! False. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there and the colors are coming along. I just gotta keep at it until it's done and then I can go to bed. It's coming along. I just gotta get the lens colored in, or like the base colors of the lens. And then the belt straps here. Just gonna grab this, dip it in there, and go right to town on this. Didn't I say I was gonna darken the accordion part? Maybe. Maybe I changed my mind. What are you gonna do about it? What do you think is the sweetest thing Link's ever done? Not kill kids. Cause he could. It'd be very easy. Kids are weak. Easy to stomp on. Easy. It's coming along. I haven't done the lens yet, but the rest of it's all taking shape. Take shape, my son. Form around the square. I don't even know why I said that. I can't tell you why I said that all those years ago. Don't seem very tired? I'm glad I'm fooling you, because I am tired. It's a little more rectangle than I would have liked, but can't be helped. Blue! I'm ready to add a little darker of a blue color here. Just a tiny bit. Oh, that did not mix as well as I would have liked. That is okay. That's okay. Yeah, there we go. The room really adds to it. Try to blend it in a little more here. Yeah, that looks sick. That's what we like to see. The color rim just really worked on the inside. I might give it a gloss sheen a little bit when it's finished with a bit of varnish just to make it shine. I might do that in a couple different places actually. Now I have the exciting part of adding a bit of a brim to every little detail. Just a little bit of a wood shading and attachment kind of. Make it look a little darker. Kind of bake in a bit of lighting if I can. I'm almost ready to call that done. I just need to do a little bit of detail on the metal brim here. Now let's make some notches and I'll be just about finished. That is looking pretty good. Last thing I'm gonna do is add some varnish. Let's get some varnish on this and we will call it a thing. I put the viewfinder in the wrong spot upside down. Oh well, that's okay. No one's gonna see the back of this thing anyways. I think I'm ready to call that a Picto Box. I am so happy with how this thing looks. I'm very, very glad that I went back and redid the accordion pattern, because otherwise I just wouldn't have been happy with the final thing. This is going up on the shelf behind me permanently. With the Picto Box out of the way, the next item we're going to be working on will be the titular Wind Waker itself. Hello there. Welcome to stream. And here we are. Hi. Once again, I didn't sleep last night. Can't be helped. Yes, it can. I didn't help. Oh well. It shouldn't take very long to carve this whole thing out. I've got a whole plan set up here. I will cut this out twice, and I will stack them together, and I will also put wooden skewers in as a core to make sure it doesn't bend, because it'll be very floppy. The Wind Waker is this game's magical musical instrument that you can learn different songs with. After getting the sail and the Picto Box at Windfall, you can make your way over to Dragon Roost Island. After disembarking from the boat, he will say, hang on, wait a sec, I got something for you that you probably should take. And he's just got this thing sitting in his teeth. She's like, Link, I don't actually have a lisp. I just need you to take this out of my mouth, please. It is the Wind Waker. It's a magic conductor's baton. He gives you a little conducting session with it before he gives it to you. It lets you play basically just 3 notes, 4 notes, or 6 notes. Is this stuff like toxic? I'm feeling my lungs burn from like breathing this stuff in. My brain is shutting down, but I should be able to get this done before my brain fully shuts off. I need to make an effort, a conscious effort, to not talk as fast as I normally do, because I talk very quickly, and I realize that I speak very quickly. Oh no, it's fine. I overreacted, I'm sorry. Wind Waker. I'm not losing it. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm in tip-top shape, and I should have probably not gone to bed today. I made a mistake. I'm supposed to mirror them so I can put the pattern like this on the back. But I didn't do that because I'm a failure. I'm cutting towards myself like an idiot. Rylan, stop that. You're gonna lose your fingers and a lot of blood, and also a lot of blood. Whatever bits I cut off, I'll edit back in and no one will be any wiser. Let's do this. This is a good game. This is a good game. Okay, do I Dremel this or do I like solder iron it? I have a wood burning kit. You know what I should do right now when I'm completely tired? I should start stuff on fire. I wonder why this place gets so messy, but I never actually put anything back in its place. I just kind of like delicately toss it to the side. Now this is gonna get smoky. There's a bear named after that word. Well, yes, you can see this. You can see the smoke now. It cuts right through like butter. It's amazing. It also cuts right through my lungs. There. Wooden core. Now it's not gonna like flex and bend as much once I have it glued. Now I just gotta do the same thing on the other end. Hey, Ron, is that the wrong side? Hey, yeah, you're right. It's okay. I'm well experienced in making mistakes. I know exactly what to do in this scenario. They're almost even the same size. Oh, that's actually still got like the nubbin on it. Okay, yeah, good. Good, we're good. This is the garbage one. Yes, okay, good. This can turn off now and stop burning my lungs away. Now we glue. I will glue and clamp, and that'll be how I get this shape built. This is gonna be one chunky baton. Glue ball. I hit the lens of the camera. I don't know if it showed up, but I did. I saw it. I think that's as hot glued as it's gonna get. Now I gotta Dremel it. I know it looks funny, but having this bandana on my face has worked so much better for keeping dust out of my face than any form of anti-dust mask. It also keeps the fog out of my goggles really well too. All right, it is very dusty now everywhere. That's looking a lot like our shape. I'm happy with the results so far. I'm not quite finished yet. I'm gonna quickly do some heat gun, and I think that'll be it. Yeah, just past the 2-hour mark, and I think we're done with the shape. The shape is a little wonky. It looks a little, like, wrinkly, but I'll take it. I'm exhausted. I still have not slept, so I'm as great as I feel now that I have that done. I'm tired, so I'm gonna let music play out, and I'm gonna end stream, I think, here. How's everybody doing? I feel great because this time I actually slept, so I'm ready to stream and not pass out halfway through. We are going to be painting this thing white, which is ape spell. You can smell my finger. So the Wind Waker, it's a little more wrinkly than I would have liked. It's not as easy to tell from far away, but up close you can see a lot of like old person wrinkle on it. Does it work like the original one? Yes. I'm sending all the wind in the world to your house right now. Put it in my eye and see if it gives me cool wind powers. Oh, I got a bunch of white paint on my skin now. I bet you can't do this. Whee! I will use a bit of black paint to really accentuate the curved details in these things. I made a big mistake when I was building it. The hole on this side does not line up with the hole on this side, which isn't the end of the world, but is unfortunate. The tip is exposed. Wait a sec, I gotta rephrase that. Now we just gotta wait and watch paint dry. It's almost done. Where'd I get my shirt? That's a question for my mom, who is not here, because she got it for me and I love it. Probably off of, like, Wish, if we're being honest, but it's still cool. I think all of, like, the detail up here is done. I just have to get these curves done. This is probably a bad idea. Never mind, it was a fantastic idea. That worked like a charm. After stream today, I'm gonna do a whole bunch of cooking. Cooking stream, I wish I could stream it, but no. Phone camera stream, not a chance. My camera on my phone is not good enough for a stream, though that would actually kind of make it funny, like Xbox Live quality stream. I'll go over it with a little more white. I think the plan here is to bake in some lighting, because a lot of the lighting in here is done with a couple of curves and stuff, so I can kind of bake it in with some gray colors. Because there's actually a pretty significantly big hole where these things are. So I might actually need to expand it with a drill, because I don't think a knife is the way to go on that, neither is it a Dremel. There we go. Yeah, the swirls are definitely very thick. But that's okay. I will adjust and blend them. I didn't think this would go longer than an hour, but here we still are. This end is just not gonna work because it's like mismatched with the Dremel shape. So I will probably just not care about this side and just strictly go with this side instead, because that makes it look better. Okay, I think I'm ready to call this the shape. I know that the lines are a little dark, but that actually just is how they are on the thing. Now let's gloss the hell out of it. It's very shiny. I don't know if I have like a good way to show off the shine. Okay. Stream is just about over. It's been 2 hours, which is way too long for something so simple, so I guess I'll just go ahead and say that's the end. That is good for a Wind Waker. I do wish this looked a little less wrinkly and a little more precisely dremeled, but overall I think the shape and colors turned out pretty great, and the gloss sheen was a good touch to make it look just that bit more metallic. With the Wind Waker out of the way, I'll be skipping the grappling hook, so our next item will be the Deku Leaf. Hi! How's everybody doing? Thank you all for dropping by. I'm excited to build a leaf. It shouldn't be too hard. My plan for the leaf here is to cut out the lighter green of the leaf first, out of like one piece of foam, and then do all of the stems and internal pieces on a second piece, and then Dremel them down to make a smooth, organic looking shape. We're gonna start by tracing out this internal leaf pattern, then we'll do the stems next. After getting the Wind Waker, you'll make your way through Dragon Roost Cavern, fix Valu's tail or whatever is bugging it, and then you make your way down to Forest Haven to get the next pearl. While you're at Forest Haven, you will meet the Great Deku Tree. When you meet the Deku Tree, he's infested with a bunch of choo-choos on his face. You knock them off, you kill him, and he's like, oh, thanks. You want to get my pearl? Great. You just gotta wait till after the quick ceremony we're gonna do. And then he gets interrupted. It's like, hey, wait, Makar's not here. He fell into the Forbidden Woods. And it's like, oh man, we gotta get him back. But Link, you can't get to the Forbidden Woods right now. There's no way to reach it. You need to fly there, but you don't have wings. It's like, hang on, I got just the thing. And he's like, oh! And he grows a single leaf at the top of his head. I don't know why it took him so much effort to grow a leaf when he's literally a tree, but you can climb up the tree using a bunch of like squishy, blasty cannon flowers, and you get the Deku Leaf. The Deku Leaf works basically as a glider and a fan. While you're on the ground, you can shoot a big gust of wind forward, and while you're in the air, you can glide around. It's very heavily dependent on which way the wind is blowing, which you can control using the Wind Waker that you just got. Have I tried growing a leaf? No. But I don't call myself the Great Deku Tree now, do I? I'm just Ryland, official. I grow Ryland. See right here, here he is. I don't mean to be rude, but the cold open of the new video made you uncomfortable? That sucks. Deal with it. That is all of the skin of the leaf done. Now it's stems. Excuse me. I probably should have turned away from the microphone to do that, but I didn't. What would I pick as a little helper, a Korok or a Luma? Pick a Korok and free it from the torture? Nah, I'd pick one just to torture it more. I'd put hot glue on it. I'd like take little bites out of its leaf face. Salad. I wonder if any of the residual hot glue that kind of is seeping out from under this thing will make it look more or less organic. If it's got like sap on it or something. I don't want to get in trouble. Already, the opening bit from the last video might get me in trouble already, so let's not double it up by talking about drinking and driving in a positive light. Don't do it. Kids, don't drink and drive. If it's funny, maybe if the drive's short. Sorry you're late. Dev, banned. Unforgivable, goodbye. I just gotta finish gluing the rest of these like stems on, then I'm gonna Dremel them down so it's a smooth shape, and it'll be good. Just a silly little guy. I'm just gonna quickly remove that. Shh, if you want a meal today, you're gonna be quiet. Shh. Oh, looks like the Korok Leaf item from Wind Waker. Idiot, it's Deku Leaf, not Korok Leaf. Ah! I really gotta be careful, because I have a good aim, so I'm actually like hitting the camera lens dead on, and I gotta stop whipping stuff at it, because it's one of these days, the screen's just gonna shatter, and you're gonna know exactly what happened. Please leave this in the video. I might not. I don't actually know. Editing Ryland and Stream Ryland are two very different people. Something looks off though. Maybe it's, hang on, let me change a color correction thing I have with this. Color correction on. Oh, that's gross. Stop falling over, you silly little gun. Stop it. Okay, that's all the stems glued on. I'm gonna put this dumbbell back now because I'm done with it. All right, it is Dremel time. Here we go. And we're back. Here's our shape. Everything's dusty. I need to shower. I'm quite content with calling this a shape. This is a good size and a good look. I'm gonna blow you all away. Whew. I shouldn't do that while this thing's covered in dust. You guys all take care. Goodbye. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. There we go. Oh, it's broken. No. Hello there, friends. I have a 3D print going, and I don't know if it's super loud. I guess let's just get right to it. There's nothing to prime it with. Green. This color green that I have should be the right color as a base. Alrighty, that's a really good color. It's getting there. I can't wait to see, just like years down the line, assuming I'm still doing got item, just like the absolute garbage state this shirt will be in. It'll be like covered in tears and in paint and in stains. It'll be great. I'm getting like green paint into my fingernails, like under them, and it's feeling icky. That's a good starting base green base. Liquid Luigi. It's coming along. The green base looks really good. Now I just got to get the stems colored differently, and then I'll do the pattern on the inside of the leaves. Slab that glob on there. Oh, I messed up the brim. I messed up the brim. Hang on. I can fix it. Just need a second here. There we go. That's a looking pretty good to me. I'll do the stems here since I gotta wait for the other parts to dry. Then I'll do the internal pattern, and then I will throw a lot of shine on the skin of the leaf. I kind of like the slight bend the leaf has. Looks like natural in a way almost. Coloring the tips really did just kind of almost finish this thing. I need to add a bit more of like green, dark green mix into there. Careful getting green paint on my hands, might become Shrek? Shrek time. Shrek blush. Can Shrek black? Perfect. I have become one with the leaf. Still got some paint left. I gotta use it all. Green screen. I should green screen out my face and try putting something under it, but I don't think it's gonna work very well. I could have gone out for supper with family today, but I didn't for stream, and now I'm doing this. This actually is very refreshing. It's like cold. Yeah, this is probably one of the better choices I've made. Jolly Green Giant, except for the giant part, or the jolly part. Wow. Well, back to paint. Actually, it's not even paint at this point. We're gonna do varnish now. Cover this thing in varnish. If I want to paint the leaf properly, I gotta be like the leaf. Be leaf in myself. Good one, Ryland. Shut up. I think it looks sick. I'm happy to call this a leaf. Blow the wind! Yup! That is one good-looking Deku Leaf. I love how the colors turned out. This looks great. The shape and colors are like perfect. The last shine really just made it work. It's very, very faithful to the shape of the item and one of my most accurate builds. This looks so good. With the Deku Leaf out of the way, next we're gonna be moving on to making the Boomerang. Welcome to stream. Hi. Pretty straightforward plan for this one, same as the Deku Leaf. This one I'm gonna have double-sided, unlike the other one I just did. Like before, I'm gonna gradually cut down this paper template I have, and yeah, that's the plan. I plan to basically cut 2 pieces of this foam out, and then stick them back to back together, and then I will sand it down. I don't know if I'll Dremel it. Dremeling this will be tricky because it's too big of a shape and the curve is too broad. So I might just actually hand sand it. My whole leg is already asleep because I'm sitting cross-legged like a pretzel man, and that's no good. On my Ocarina of Time randomizer stream from a couple weeks ago, YouTube gave it auto chapters, which is great. Some of the chapters that were notable were the Overwatch chapter, the Settings chapter, the Star Fox chapter, the DaVinci Resolve chapter, and my personal favorite, Just a Little Boy, which spanned 3 hours. So the Boomerang. This is the dungeon item of the Forbidden Woods. About halfway into the dungeon, maybe even a little earlier, you will fight a mini-boss that is a winged Mothula, I think their name is. I don't remember what they actually are called. Giant sparkly wings. It also has a jet for a butt, which is cool, so it launches itself across the room. You can kill it, and it gets you the Boomerang. The Boomerang can stun enemies, pick up items, and hit switches from far away. It can lock onto 5 different targets at once. After you throw it, it'll go to each of them and return to you. The Boomerang is a very strong upgrade from Ocarina of Time's. Very powerful. The Boomerang has been a staple item in the Zelda series since actually like game 1, which is cool. Okay, is there enough room on this sheet for a second one? There is! I learned one of the better ways to get engagement is to comment on it, which is great. Please comment. Please, it's all about the views. I need the views. Without views on YouTube, my life is worthless and meaningless in all forms. That's not true. Don't ever believe that. So what I'm thinking of doing to make this this shape, because this is not a very flat boomerang. It's got like a big metal frame and then 2 metal ends, it looks like, and a gem. What I might do is try and kind of fake that shape by putting these 2 pieces together and then kind of putting a very light, thin layer over top where the metal pieces would be, and then kind of trying to merge them with blending and dremeling. Like most of these, I don't have an exact set plan as to how I'm going to do this. I'm just kind of adapting to a picture and seeing how it goes. Yeah, that's a good size and thickness for this thing, I think. Nothing crazy. I've already got the shape I'm hoping for. Let's quickly cut out the frame here. Every video I make, I gotta make a new and unique way to speed through the dremeling, because the dremeling is really boring if I'm being honest. So every new video has to be a completely new, unique way to do it. I can't reuse anything. Do I think the boomerang will come back? Maybe. There's only one way to find out. Glue ball. That's up there for good now. Done. I've already said what the boomerang does. Is there anything else I need to say about it? It's yellow, I think. Yeah, it's yellow. You're in the bathroom. I am bathroom entertainment. Snap it off. Get back to work. I don't know how to do basic shapes. I never passed grade 4. Woe is me. Let me just gouge my eye out with this thing, this knife. One of these days, I'll go too far. What happens if I need an eye patch and can only make it symmetrical? I'll wear just another eye patch, obviously. Yeah, that's already looking okay. I need to cut 2 more nubbins and then nubbins on the end, and then I'll be able to dremel all of it, and that'll kind of be a done shape. I gotta cut out 2 more of these ovals. I almost forgot. That would have been silly. It's a good thing I don't do silly. I'm very serious. Maximum seriousness. Absolutely. Nothing but. But. I mean nothing but. Now both of my feet may be falling asleep very quickly here as we speak, but that's not gonna stop me from being serious. Maybe I'd say another hour of work left, including dremeling, hopefully? We'll see. Yeah, what's left? I gotta make the gem in the middle, and end nubbins. I'm glad that nubbins is just like a word I use like all the time now. Still gonna make 2 more. I keep forgetting that I'm double-siding this. Boomerang. All right, let's get some Dremel stuff ready. Where'd that piece of paper go? It disappeared. Time to rob your train. See you in a bit. And we're back. What would really help me is having a belt sander that I could like edge this down on, but I cannot. No edging? It can't be. Get him, officer. You're at Shadow Temple right now? Like in real life? Where is it? I want to come visit it and get tortured. I want to go meet Dead Hand in person, get his autograph. Just throw it at the camera. That was so close to hitting the lens. Like, if not for the shape, that would have hit the lens and probably broken something. That's looking pretty boomerangy to me. I'm going to call that an item. Close my windows. Just gotta chuck it. Just gotta chuck it like this. Whoop! It came back to me again. Can you believe it? Actually, like no cuts between throwing it and getting it back. Well, that's gone for good now. Okay, that's gonna be it for stream. Hello! We're gonna be painting the boomerang. It's not like lime green, but it's a greener yellow than you'd think. That might have been way too much. We'll see. That is like an unripened banana. Definitely too good. This is like heavily limed now. It should be easy to carry this thing because I got the little nubbins on the side that I'll paint last. We'll look like a Simpson by the end of the stream. I'm not denying that might happen. It needs to be a tad lighter. Shut up! I've got so much yellow paint on me already. Yeah, this will work as a solid starting coat. I don't think I'm going to, gloss this a ton. Game theory, is Mario an atheist? No, there's pictures of him praying. He says, Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia. The mama being referenced to the Saint Mother Mary. Stop with that face. This is the only face I have, Ryan, unless you want me to do this. Lots of blood, maybe? No, you have no idea what's cooking in here, and neither do I. No thoughts. Only boomerang. What if I just chuck this behind me one day with no concern for what would happen to my set? I might. Just saw 57 years into the future with YouTube at 2 times speed. Made many projects, the world has been twice as heavy, exploded, everyone died. I compressed the world with EVA Foam props! Yes! That's the goal. Implode the earth with the weight of my projects and not the weight of my body like it's currently doing. Yeah. More painting it, the crazier the stream gets. Uh-oh, we're in for a crazy time then, aren't we? I should have actually like put some silver paint on my mouth for that, but I didn't. I don't have the guts for it. Literally. Oh, I got yellow paint on this nubbin. Get off there, you. This is kind of working. One of these moments here, I'm gonna get my stream taken down because this just looks like just slightly too phallic, and it's like dangling in front of my face. It's no good. I hope you know that. I'm also throwing up water in my mouth, but like in a cool way. I get to drink it again. It's a second refreshing treat. I'm so sorry I said that out loud. That's disgusting. It looks like it's just white under this lighting. If I bring it up forward here, yeah, it looks better. What number should I paint on my forehead? I need to know. 7. That's a good 7. Good job, Ryland. Although I could put the other ones now, too. 420. Those sure are numbers. 1. Oh. I want them gone. Wonderful. This is what I wanted to do, I think. Do my beard, too. Silver soul patch. I am normal. I gotta finish coloring the silver on it a bit, and I think do a lighter yellow. That's looking solid already. These are good like base colors. Now I just gotta do all the detail work. I'm like a makeup YouTuber, except better. Why is this still wet? How are you still wet? How? I let you sit there for like 20 minutes. Okay, I think the silver is on there well enough I can actually start baking in some lighting. It's subtle, but it's there. There's like a small black outline on some of the things to actually have them face outwards. And then I can take a lighter brush and also do this on some other details as well to like permanently bake in the bright reflection on it. It's coming along, it's coming along. The lighting tricks are very subtle, but they're working. Well, guess what? What? I wanna know. I wanna know. Let me know, please. 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 I don't know how I made that noise. I don't want to make that noise ever again. I keep getting silver paint in places I'm not trying to, like my mouth. I'm liking how it's looking a lot. I think it's looking sick. It's really hard to tell on that camera. Up close, you can kind of see a lot more of the, like baked in detail, but it actually is coming along nicely. I don't know if I said this on stream, and this is gonna sound completely blasphemous, but I don't actually like Dr. Pepper all that much. I know it's funny because I have the shirt and everything. I just wore this once and it stuck around. If you all want to unsubscribe and report the video now for child trafficking, you can. I'd ask that you don't, please. Also, I do laundry, so it's not the only time I wear this shirt. This probably won't make a big splashy mess. Then drink it? Ha! Only if I want to die. Relatable, huh? Everyone wants to die and no one likes their lives. Except for me. I love what I do. That is barely noticeable as a change. Maybe it'll look better when it's dried. Whatever brush this is, it sucks. It's like shedding as I paint. That's all the lighting baked in now that I wanted to bake in. Oh, at an odd angle, that looks weird. From head on, that actually looks pretty cool. Okay, parts of it are still wet, so I gotta be careful, but I think that's a finished thing. Just missed a spot here that I need to patch over. Okay, that is our boomerang looking just about finished. This thing looks great. I think baking in a lot of the lighting really did give it a lot of life. I love how the shading looks on this thing. I'll be skipping bombs since they're just a sphere, so next we're gonna be working on the hero's bow. I'm gonna say that's good for now. Hi! Wow! It's good to be back. People watching the videos may be getting this like just after the boomerang one. It's been 6 months since I made that, so I'm out of practice. We're making the hero's bow. I'm out of practice. I've already said that. I'm out of commentary already. That was fast. How do I normally do this? Let's see. I have foam, that's important. There's still like the Deku Leaf pattern here. I'm gonna cut off the string, the bowstring off this 3D model. Oh, it's dark.
Evil.
Can I make all arrows? Probably not. Like the boomerang, I plan to basically just cut out the shape twice and then stick it back to back. I'll put these back to back and I'll glue them together with some beams inside to support it for weight. I don't know how to make it like bendable so it can stretch backwards. I might just not let it do that. It might just be a bow that doesn't actually fire, believe it or not. So we get the boomerang, we go and beat Flower Boss Kale Demos in the Forbidden Woods. Then, a couple interesting things happen. One is that you head to Great Fish Isle, which has been decimated. Ganondorf had came in and just wrecked the whole place. He's trying to hunt down Jaboon, the big fish. Quill comes in, and he's like, hey, Jaboon is back on Outset, where you were born. But you can't get there because there's a big wall in the way. So you have to go back to Windfall to go get bombs. As you get there though, the pirates have also gotten there. Tetra and her gang, they're robbing the bomb shop because they're pirates. That's what they do. You kind of sneak in and you eavesdrop on their conversation. Then sneak back into the ship because you hear their password. Get back into the ship and you play another little swing game with Nico. That sounds dubious if you don't know the context to it. You swing on ropes, not on poles. And you get bombs, or at least you get some of them. You take those bombs back to Outset. Also, the ocean is evil now. It doesn't become daytime, it's perpetually stormy. The music has changed to a lower key version. But you get back to Outset, you blow open the back wall, you meet Jaboon. He's like, hello. He speaks in ancient Hylian, you can't understand him. But the king does. He gives you the final pearl you need. You get Nehru's pearl. And that dispels the ocean from being evil. You then go and put all 3 pearls on little islands, and then they all explode, blasting Link off into the sky. It raises the Tower of the Gods out of the ocean. This is the last dungeon you get before you get the Master Sword. It's a test to see if you are worthy to access Old Hyrule, which has been flooded. That's why there's ocean everywhere, because it's been flooded up. You go and fight a Dark Nut for the first time, which is one of the coolest enemies in the game. Got all this big armor on. You kill it, and you get the hero's bow. The hero's bow is a pretty standard bow and arrow in the Zelda series. You aim and you shoot, you hit eye switches, you hit bad guys, you hit a lot of eyes. Even eyes on hands. That's basically it. It's a bow and arrow. There's not much else to say about it. That's a good start. I'm gonna use my wood burning kit to just burn a little notch for the wooden piece I'm gonna put in the middle. I'm also gonna try a new material for filling in the gaps. I'm gonna use spackling. A bug! I did it, I defeated the bug. Ooh, that's smoky. I might need to put a skewer or something in this thing. With the arrowhead attached and the feathers back here, it might just start bending if I have it upright at all, and that's no good. I like the shape. This is gonna work. Didn't see my stream for like half a year. That's because I didn't stream for like half a year. Ow. I'm not jorking it. I'm scratching my leg. There's really nothing I can do under the table here that doesn't look like I'm jorking it, doesn't it? I think I have fabric here I'm gonna use for... Ooh, why don't I just use pipe cleaner? I've got lots of pipe cleaner. And if I use pipe cleaner, that means I can pop it on and off anytime I need pretty easily. Yeah, that works. That looks like a decent wrapping. Maybe this sounds incredibly vain, but I'm just noticing now, I like whatever lighting thing I'm doing that gives my eyes that reflection on them. It looks nice. I am running a little low on hot glue. I'm down to my last 4 sticks. That's the sound Link makes when he finished drinking a potion. I didn't even mean to do that on purpose. That's just the noise my body made when I sneezed. I'm not sure what shape this is taking, but I'll keep going and see what it does. You can recognize it, exactly. It looks like the hero's bow now that it's got the designs in it. Those little swirls are everything to it. Why do I use floor mat foam? It's the cheapest way to get some immediately in person, because I don't have any like costume or maker shops in town here. It's easy enough to buy in person, rather than having to order and wait. There we go. That's the arrow body. I just gotta stick the arrow head on. We got our shape, basically. I think it's ready for dremeling now. Do I have mold? I don't believe I have any mold anywhere recently. Put some in the corner. No, not my mold. But this is looking good so far. I'm gonna dremel it all smooth, and then I'll get putting the caulk on it, or the plaster. Bye-bye. I am a mess. Wow, covered in dust. That's all the dremeling done. That's done and done with that. I'm very pleased with the shape. When I spackle it in, have it ready, it'll be good. I'm gonna now reassemble the arrow. I like how this arrowhead turned out. Not sure if you're intended to use gloves when you play with this stuff, but I'm not going to. It's a lot like putty. I may be putting a little bit too much spackle in some spots, but it's okay, it sands off pretty easily. Now this is drywall spackling, so it's made for drywall, not for props or for foam. I got a little tuft of dirt in my hair. That's not hair on the side, that's dirt. But I do actually like the way this arrow turned out though. You can get the... Yeah, that looks sick. That's a good combo right there. I think this might be a little excessive for how wobbly an arrow should get. It works. Not well, but it works. I'm gonna go get that now. I can't believe it actually fires. That's our shape. Wait, can I actually genuinely get it to the shape of the thing? I think I can. That's about as close as I think I can comfortably get it. Sweet! Look at that! That's the hero's bow right there! I'm really happy with this. This looks awesome. And I can't believe it actually functions as a bow still a little bit. I can genuinely launch something with this. What can I launch with this? That is going to be all for stream, because I need a shower and I need some fresh air, and according to Aiden, I gotta touch grass as well. It was just one person. Hi, we are gonna be painting this thing now. It's been all coated in Flex Seal. It's all rubberized and it's still very flexible without cracking or anything, which is nice. I'm sad. My fiance is on her little bridal retreat for the weekend, so I'm alone. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm streaming. I haven't painted stuff in a while, so we're gonna see how well this goes. A little yellower than I think the bow really is, so I'm gonna drop a little bit of brown in there just to dull it. Oh, that's actually probably the exact gold tone I wanted. That's looking like the right color, I think. My lighting does not play nice with my painting. I guess you have to look at the above camera here to see it. I'm already tired. I've been tired all day. I got all the glamour and setup nice, but I don't know how to actually be entertaining myself. That's why I rely on editing rather than to cut everything down and make me funnier. Oh, guys! I made a mistake again. I did the thing where I forgot to get water. The bow actually has like a little bit of blue in the string, so what I might do is just like paint a little blue stripe along each of these, and then wrap them up with the pipe cleaner I'm using as a bowstring. I have no idea what I'm doing when I make these, and if it doesn't work, it sucks. Too bad. If it does work, awesome. Yeah, wow, I hadn't thought about that. It's been, actually a full year since the first season finished, and we haven't finished the second one yet. I mean, to be fair, we're only a year in. First season took 3 years to get done. I guess I'm getting to the point though where I'm gonna have to start deciding which things I want to keep on the shelf behind me and which things I don't, because I'm not gonna have room for everything I build. Jabot. And I think this is the right color of like orange, brown, yellow. Right? I don't see why it wouldn't be. I'm too impatient for painting. I keep wanting to just add more and more layers without letting the first ones dry, so all I do is end up mixing them and getting mad at myself. Take it out of your mouth, actual child, man. That's like the 6th time I've put it in there. Is that better? Vaguely? I mean, yeah, you can definitely see a difference there. You can see a difference there. That looks better. I think that works. That brown is the color we're going for. There's a couple spots where my spray missed, so now it'll be a little darker in those spots than others, which is fine. I'll do the arrowhead later, probably last because it's all dark. You know what? I was just thinking about painting myself, and I don't think I want to this time. I think twice is plenty. I'm surprised this guy hasn't completely exploded by now. Haha, watch this! Dry brushing the metal really works out well. I don't know if it really counts as dry brushing, but it seems to work. All I really do is scuff each of the edges to give the metal more of a battle-worn, slightly look, if I can. Looks more weathered, yes. Yes, precisely. Oh yeah, blue stripe, I forgot I was gonna do that. I think this is a smart way of doing it. I can't actually be sure. I guess some of the blue paint was still a little sticky, so it's kind of mixing through. This thing has a good amount of flex to it. I'm only hearing a little bit of cracking on the inside. What's gravity like on my planet? It's stinky. How long take me to learn English? 4 days, 6 minutes. Fire toothpick. Whoop. With the arrow in place, it looks almost like the real thing. Sweet. I just gotta do some final detail work now that I got the string in. Make DK64 blue banana. Okay. Okay. That arrow looks pretty good. Pretty dang good. There you go. Why are you so bad at English? Because you're a failure and are unloved by all. That's not true. English is complicated. Even if it's your first language, it's still complicated. Edit a butt on screen, play a fart sound. I might have overdone it, but I think white brushing was the way to go for the edges on this thing. Me and Brooke can have a Zelda-themed wedding. Don't ever suggest that to me again. I'll kill you. I mean it. I don't mean it, but no. Yeah! That's the hero's bow, nice and done! I like the colors, I like the shape, I like that it can bend into shape if needed. I'm very surprised that it functions as a bow, albeit weakly. That's the bow out of the way, that's now halfway through the series. The next item we're going to be working on is going to be the skull hammer. Hi! This is gonna be big. This is the papercraft version I have so far. This is the size we're going with. This thing's gonna be chunky. I've been fighting with this papercraft all day. I am gonna start cutting this into pieces that I can cut into foam now. I'm gonna look into cutting the flattest pieces I can, or cutting them into flat pieces that I can cut out of foam. Then I'm gonna reassemble it. Skullhammer sounds like a black metal nickname? Absolutely. I hate when my hair is like this. The truth about how boldly my head is comes out when my hair's down. Become egg. No! No! She's here! Look who it is! My wonderful fiancée, Brooke. Hello!
Hello.
How is upstairs?
Lonely.
Oh, what's one piece of advice you'd give the whole audience, Brooke? What do you want to tell them?
Just be you.
That's stupid advice. Would you like to hot glue it into your face?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I'm the rhinoceros. My mustache is so bad compared to yours. Ooh, that was weird. My wrist gave out in a weird way. I'm not gonna cut my skin. Stop it. I will cut yours though if you don't stop that right now.
Oh.
No, it's a good thing.
Oh, okay. Yippee!
Where'd she go? Can you guys find her? Let's look at building up this guy, which is...
Are you gonna number them?
I couldn't I? That would be helpful. I don't do much thinking around here. 2, 3.
2.
Numbering these.
They are numbered.
Well, why'd you ask me to number them?
Number them on the foam.
She's so smart. And I'm not. Also, this Sharpie sucks. Cool! Playing Overcooked right now, watching stream, it's very stressful. Faster! Now! I am insulted by your subtle dodge as I'm slicing. You wanna do some cutting?
No.
Stop criticizing mine! So, where were we last we got the bow? You get the bow, you go and fight Godon, big mechanical boss. You beat him, you get to go to Old Hyrule. That's where you get the Master Sword. You solve some puzzles and pull the Master Sword out. You go and fight a bunch of bad guys who have been unfrozen by the sword being pulled out. Once you resurface with the Master Sword in hand, you're gonna make your way all the way back to the Forsaken Fortress to get your sister back. When you get there, things are quiet, even though you really did just bust down Ganondorf's door. And you waltz on in there like you own the place. You can walk right up to the main doors before you hear an evil laugh. Phantom Ganon. He's like Ganon, but he's a ghost. And he can fly and hover. He's nasty. But you take the newfound Master Sword in hand, you can knock his energy balls right back into him, knock them right back into the man, knock him right down, you chop him into pieces. He laughs at you and disappears, and a treasure chest appears. And inside that treasure chest is a skull hammer. It's a big old hammer. You smack stuff with it. You crush things with it. It's tempting to use instead of the Master Sword you just got because it is fun. You wind back and you slam it on the ground. Is that who I think it is? Show stream your beautiful face. There she is. And she's squirmy and doesn't want to be held. That looks painful.
I'm fine.
You didn't say it didn't hurt. Alright. Cat butthole on stream. I'm just gonna censor that real quick with the piece of foam. And there she goes. Guess who came to your work today? Is that a question for Brooke or for me? I'm gonna guess Ronald McDonald. And if I'm wrong, she dies.
Oh.
I think the shape's making sense so far. I've got a little tapeworm pet. How long is this thing? Yum. How much do I have to eat? How much do I have to eat?
Don't eat it.
It's too late. How much? Spaghetti! Almost got it. Yay!
Ew.
All I'm doing is making the head of the hammer today, not the body, not the shaft, not the bottom, whatever it is. Head and shaft. I might even like save more time by like doing the dremeling and spackling off of stream, because dremeling this will be a bitch. Don't. Okay, I thought you were hot gluing your fingers together.
No, that's different.
Don't do that, Brooke. Don't do that. Don't hot glue your fingers together. You know, Brooke had a really good idea that I might actually end up going with, depending on how long this goes. Where we do 3 streams for this one instead of just 2.
Yeah.
Because this will be big. This is all we've made in about an hour and 45 minutes. I do not know how these go together. So I will not try and attempt to put them together right now. Thank you. Having extra hands is really helpful. Everybody get yourselves wives. Except for you guys who are children. Don't get yourselves wives. That's illegal. Don't get child brides.
Okay. Bye, chat.
Goodbye, Brooke. Everyone say bye to Brooke. What I did was I changed it so that the eye sockets aren't as like deeply inserted into the thing. Try that again. I put a lot of things on my mouth. Yeah, we got so far up to this. This is like the front of the hammerhead, so we're making really good progress. But yeah, I am leaning more and more towards maybe doing 3 streams for this one. This is a significantly more complex shape than any of the last 3. Picto Box is probably the second most complex shape out of all of these so far. Can't help but feel a little lost at the moment. And maybe I need to come back and like, I might just need to call it a stream now. This is much bigger than I think a single night can do, at least safely. And I think my head's getting a little foggy, so I'm having trouble like mapping this out in my head. I can feel myself getting like grumpy, and I don't want to get grumpy. You guys have a good night, and I will see you guys next stream. I finally figured out what was going on with it the first stream, and I know how to make it work. I'm so good at what I'm doing. I totally am not bluffing and not sure what I'm doing. Wonderful. This is a big prop, so it's gonna be kind of hard to make sure I'm showing this all off properly. I think this is right. I honestly can't tell. I'm awkward. I'm a little better when I have someone to bounce off of. Brooke is not here. She's not feeling well. I would love to have her on set again, but she disgraced me and is no longer welcome in my presence. Are you excited for Christmas? Isn't it crazy? December is tomorrow. Wow. That felt gross saying out loud. It's gonna take some time to get it all done. They got banned for farting. Well, yeah, she shouldn't have done that, obviously. Imagine farting in your own stream. What am I doing? My best. That's what I'm doing. I'm a nerd. There. Now I don't have to see that anymore. Little baby man, that's me. Mario's going to Spain. Mom called me a nerd. Foam! That's what I need. I'm almost smart. Getting there, not yet. Cringe? None of those went anywhere close to the camera. Nice sweaty armpits. It's hot in here. Do you have any idea how much heat these lights generate? None at all. They're LEDs. I'm just an out of shape fat man trying to make a hammer. Names. What do you mean? What do you mean names? Called me named. Oh! I was trying to figure out if you were like asking for names. And I was like, it's Ryland. How about yours? You remind me of Toad. That's the most hurtful thing I've heard so far. All my friends say I look like Toad. Me too, apparently. It's okay. I've been there. For you, they mean lengthwise. Oh, you mean your penis? Sorry, dude. A lot of props. Can I make your parents love you again? No. And they never will. I look like what's-her-face from Elden Ring. Hello. We gotta take this seriously. You're so right. No more jokes. Nobody say anything funny in chat. In this stream, we build hammers and drink water. We take this hammer build seriously. What is this? My leg's hurting because I'm sitting cross-legged, and I have been for the last hour and 45 minutes. We've been live. Goodness gracious. Wife, you are so disobedient. I will discipline you. Hot wax and your open eyelids. That's not coming off, is it? I made it worse. Just get good, bro. I'm a child. That's not true! I'm a grown-up! My hair is wild. How bad is this headphone bump? Oh boy. It looks cool spiked back. Thanks, you're wrong. My pants are tearing. Okay, I'm gonna just, this half of my pant is now booty short. I'm sure it just looks like I'm snipping off my penis, but I'm not. I'm cutting my pants into booty shorts, which is probably worse. This will be my headband now. And an eye patch. Oh, that's nice. Just gonna scooch that over there. This is the mash piece. This is the piece that slams down. This is making sense to me now. I don't think this will be a 4-stream build. I don't want it to be, but I've been live for 2.5 hours here, and we're making good progress. This looks like it'll connect well to what I have to build next. Dun, 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 dun. Hello. Oh. Who was that? Do you guys know who that was? Ew. Don't pretend you're not jealous. You wish Brooke was kissing you instead. Sicko. I bet I just made it a whole lot more awkward down there, didn't I? Calling you out. I'm not exactly wrong, brainchild. Don't you be hitting on my wife now. Do you see this hat? This'll be you if you keep that up. Take off my headphones for a second. Okay. It feels weird streaming knowing that half the people are watching downstairs.
Pizza. Pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza! You wanna make a cameo appearance on stream? Show everybody your face?
Are you sure they want to see my face?
No,
Where's
but...
the people?
Ew!
Ew, it's Ali.
Ew!
Directly at the light. It was bright.
Yeah, these are bright. I've gotten used to it, but yes, these are very blinding in my eyeballs. Oh, I cut that so badly. Rylan. Failure. Next thing you cut should be your own throat, idiot. I might... You know what? Maybe I'll finish this off stream. Maybe I'll get this finished between now and the painting stream, and I'll spray it when it's done. Good evening. How are you all doing? I am exhausted. I slept about 2.5 hours last night because I was up very late finishing the hammer and I had to wake up at 6 a.m. for work. But here we are. Let me show you what I've been preoccupied with. Because as you can see, the hammer's not here and I have pulled this camera back. I'll just gently bring this down. Hello, Skull Hammer. The Skull Hammer is here. And it's massive. It's gigantic. I can't even fit the whole thing on screen. And we're painting it. This thing is massive. Wow. I'm gonna kill you. And yes, the astute observers may notice that this no longer says Just Ryland, it says Bingort. We have rebranded. I am now Mr. Bingort. You can still call me Ryland. It's not illegal. Let's get right on this. How am I gonna fit this? And I think you can kind of see why this took me so long. But guess what? Also, on top of having the hammer, I also have a jar of water. I didn't forget this time. This is a solid wooden dowel that goes all the way to the head, all the way to the tip of the head. So it is not going to wobble or snap or anything. It's sturdy. I'm gonna eat my words and it's gonna snap right now, isn't it? Oh, hello. Everyone say hello to Brooke. You're gonna paint as well?
Yes.
Awesome, you wanna paint that side with those?
Yes.
Thank you. Brooks very generously agreed to take over most of the commentary because I'm tired.
Alright, here's a question for you, chat. When you think of an apple, do you picture an apple or the description of an apple?
Don't answer that. It's a trap. She's learning your credit card number. I learned that the hard way. She took mine. She bought a whole hammer with it, even though I was like, honey, I'm already building one. You don't have to do this. She said, too bad. Too bad. She's a goblin, this woman.
Yes.
Nathan pictures tiny apple from Annoying Orange lore. Nathan, don't bring up the Annoying Orange lore in this chat. That is forbidden. It is heresy.
We might summon it.
It might summon him. Yeah, he might be here. He might replace Brooke. Do you think I want to marry the Annoying Orange? Once I commented on an Annoying Orange video with my dad's work account.
You're stupid, you know
got
that.
paint. She's so mean to me. She says I'm stupid and she's right, but she shouldn't say it out loud. I'm going to rotate it now. Oh no. That's the sign of true love right there. We go, oh no. I don't know if the mic picked it up, but I farted. As Brooke has seen, I rely very heavily on editing Ryland to make me funnier.
Hi, editing Ryland.
Hello! Simba! Simba.
I missed all of this.
Sorry. I'll do better next time.
I like your face.
Well, that's because you put paint on it. Paint on it! You put paint on it! I will drown myself in the shower by looking upwards. Guess what?
You spook yourself, sir.
Almost.
Look at this thing, it's huge.
That's what she said.
Oh yeah, I also put lotion on my hands and now they look like this.
Ah, ghostly. Why'd your hands start peeing?
It's paint.
Her hands are peeing yellow. Why does it look like a fossil? Because it's made of bone, stupid. I'm sorry, that was rude. Because it's made of bone, smart man. That sounds worse. Why do you think your skin gets dry? It's because you put lotion on in the first place. I very rarely ever put lotion on my hands. Lotion on my hands. I never put lotion on my hands. I never do that. Do you think the disabled take offense by my videos? Thank you for not answering that.
You're gassy.
Huh?
You're like really gassy tonight.
Did I fart again?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear it. Yeah. I couldn't see your hair for a second. All I saw were your bright eyes and your smile. I'm gonna get a picture of that, see? So people can see. Brooke's just like an ominous figure. You can only see like bits of her every here and there. I'm hurting myself while painting. No, no, that stays black. Hope you don't like your bunny hug staying purple. I'm making it unpurple. We were at this for an hour and 45 minutes. This is not bad progress. We almost brushed each other's arms. That would have been bad. She gave me a ball sack upside down. We're all stupid.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Being stupid's okay, because we're funny about it. Have tiny brain? Me too. Jess Weiberg just subscribed. Thanks, Dad. Papa, what took you so long? I've had this channel for years, Dad. What took you so long? Oh, I hate you. Thanks, Dad. When next game stream? Charles, I don't know. I don't know when I'm sleeping next. I'm sleeping when this is finished. You ever have somebody who grabs your knee like that and rips it out of its socket like she just did? Ow! This is very sticky. Stop being sticky, please. Oh, let's not fall. Thank you. How does this work? I don't want to botch this, but I also don't have a way to do. Huh?
You should use pencil. Get a rough sketch.
Thank you for aggressively grabbing my shoulder like that. When you could have just said that instead of scaring me.
Ew.
Oh, I hit my funny bone. That's karma right there. She's assaulting my nipple. Help! 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 She's taking it for herself. She's peeling it off. Ow! Ow! Run, buddy. Why not just go to sleep? Because I have to get this done. I started this prop like a month ago. I need to have it finished now. Shit. Whoa.
The entire chair rumbled.
Is there more? Yeah! I don't know. Okay, bye. She's leaving. I will now slam this on Brooke's head as hard as I can. We'll see how good the impact is.
Can I go fly off?
Yeah. I suppose time to show it off now. I love the hammer. Me too. This feels good. It's so big. I think I'm gonna rework my workshop. Rework the layout, see how I can get things to fit. With the skull hammer out of the way, next we're gonna be building the mirror shield. Hi! It's been a bit, hasn't it? I'm back. I'm, about to pass out, I think. My heart's beating out of my chest. I don't know why I'm so nervous. You guys like this stuff. I do too. So where have I been? When did I finish the hammer build? It would have been like just before Christmas of last year. So it's been about 11 months. It's funny, I was watching my old January update when I first announced Season 2 of God Item, and I remember saying in that video, with any luck, this next season should take only about 6 months rather than 2 years. And now it's been a year and some again. Oops. My bad. Background looks great. Thank you. I'm glad it doesn't look too stupid, right? It's not real. This is a green screen secret. I 3D printed a frame because I don't think there's any way I was gonna make it look this nice out of foam. And you're probably thinking, oh, 3D printing is cheating. No, it's not. It's my stream. I've been good. I've been busy, as you can probably tell from the fact that I haven't streamed. So, what are some things that have happened since I streamed last? One, I got married. Brooke is now my wife and not my fiance anymore. We're now an officially married couple. I have paper template of the inside of the shield. I have the shield frame. All I should really have to do is make this out of foam, stick it in there, and do the I might even be able to do it all in one stream. Let's hope we can, because that'd be sick. Wow, the colors are a little saturated and everything, but that's okay. I'll just look a little yellow. I'll have a little bit of jaundice on me. I'm gonna decide between using this reflective material, or I'm gonna use this like matte shine, or this one, or something. Foam matte. Sorry, smack the microphone with that. I'll just trace this once and then flip it, and then we'll have, I should be able to do one solid piece of this. I should be able to do this all in one day because I don't plan on spraying this. I'm gonna tape the frame and then paint that, and then this is just gonna be pre-colored material, the silvery stuff. Where do I start my cut? I tend to do the fabulous hand whenever I'm waiting to put my knife down somewhere. I do this a lot. This is probably gonna be too big of a frame, so my plan is to gradually cut this down in shape as I need. I hope you all understand that anything that I put in those videos is something that I love. Ryan! I should be able to honestly just like fold this in half now. Yeah, I like that. A little too far back though, so what do I have to cut out here? Because I'm not gonna cut directly on the line, I'm gonna cut slightly around the line. I'm trying to decide if I wanna do a back for this shield or not. If I wanna have a back plate to paint. Like the hero shield, I might not need to, but I also might want to. Just for the sake of doing more. Yeah! Yeah! Ooh. Okay, now I guess question B, will be, will this bird pattern fit on here? Yes, quite well in fact, actually. Okay, I guess I'll start by hot gluing this into place. Make the Fierce Deity mask again next stream? Sure, I'll do that tomorrow and it'll take 20 million hours, 20 billion hours. Won't be there, but thanks. Okay, well, I appreciate it. You'll be there in spirit. I'll put your little manlet icon, man baby icon in the side here. I'll make it wiggle as if you're talking. What do I do that's funny? What's something funny I could do for edit? Hooray! Oh, the frame's falling apart a little bit. The frames are falling apart a bit. Same. Yeah, I get you. We're all falling apart a little bit, but we have each other. We're all gonna be one big happy family over the internet. That's never gone wrong horribly. Come join the Discord. We'll be your new family. Come be parasocial. Sub and I love you. Yes, sub and I'll be your new brother, father, uncle, sister. Whichever you need me to be. I can be anything you need except present. Brunkle Bingort, that's a good name. Brunkle Bingort. Pim from Smiling Friends is getting a U2s. I can't remember if U2s are good or not. I always associate them with Funko Pops. That's what they're called. But I know they're not the same thing. U2s are a little better, right? Did I say toilet? I thought I said Smiling Friends. Did I say Toilet Princess? Am I nuts? I thought I said Smiling Friends. Did I get mixed up? I probably just like slurred it heavily because I was saying it too fast. Run the footage back. Did I actually? Pim from Smiling Friends is getting a U2s. Pim from Smiling Friends is getting a U2s. I'm doing great. I'm glad somebody thinks so. Okay, this looks good. If I wasn't doing a back, which I don't think I am, and I wasn't gonna paint today, this would kind of be the end of stream now because I just have to spray this at this point. But I still got work I want to get done. This is only barely big enough to fit. I guess I'll lay this flat down, face down, and I'll cut it that way. Ooh, that's actually pretty sick. That's actually really cool looking. Yes, it looks so good. Thank you, I agree. I don't want this to bend too badly. I can warp it a little bit, but I don't want it to like badly crease. Now you're just gonna oh, careful, Ryland. Just about bent that. I don't want to cut off too much because if I cut off too much, there's no getting it back. Okay, this should be able to slot in now. As long as I'm careful. Come through. I really should have put this piece onto the foam panel first and then glued it afterwards. Which I suppose I could probably actually do if I just pop this out real quick. I think that'll do. That looks really reflective, honestly. I think that's cool. So where were we last time? We got the skull hammer. Find that. You go through the Forsaken Fortress a second time. You go up to where the bird kicked you out the first time, and you go and let your sister out for real this time. Tetra actually sneaks up behind you and ends up bringing the girls to safety on their ship. Then you go fight the big bird and you kick its ass and destroy it. With the hammer, you smash its face in. You go and face Ganondorf. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm Ganon. Thanks for freeing my magic and stuff. That was what the Master Sword was actually doing. That's why everything was frozen down there. Once you took the sword out, it unleashed Ganondorf's magic and he could use it again. Link gets angry, tries to stab him, doesn't work because the sword's dull, and he smacks him in the head. Just at the last second, Tetra sneaks in, saves your ass. Ganondorf grabs her though. She's not very good at saving your ass. He's like, wait a second, why is my Triforce glowing? You're Zelda! Tetra doesn't know who Zelda is. Anyways, it looks like it's over for the both of you, but then suddenly birds swoop in and take you away, and Valdu, the big red dragon, explodes Ganondorf with fire. He burns him away. Back to Hyrule. Tetra is revealed to be Zelda, and she has to now stay in Hyrule. She has to hide down there so Ganondorf can't get the Triforce or whatever. And you have to go get the 2 sages. You have to get them praying for the Master Sword again so it's sharp again and able to take on Ganondorf. To start, you head to the Mother and Child Isle. There's the Queen of Fairies, whatever, the greatest fairy, whatever her name is. She gives you fire and ice arrows, which is cool. And with them, you go and get the power bracelets, which let you lift up heavy rocks. You head over to Headstone Island, which is just one island east of your hometown outset. And you smash open the rock face and find a song. You meet with one of the sages. The sage is a Zora ghost, and she's like, go find someone who has this instrument and play the song you just learned. And we recognize that harp. That's Medley's. So you go back to Dragon Roost and go catch up with her. Play her a song. She passes out. She's like, oh, I'm a sage, I guess. Let's go. Don't tell anybody. She sneaks away with you in your boat. Back to the temple. Play the song. Stone breaks. You can go to the temple now. It's the Earth Temple. It's full of undead things and ghosts and spirits and smoke. Lots of gross fog smoke that makes you unable to use items. There's lots of light puzzles you have to work with first with Medley, because her harp can reflect light into things to solve puzzles. And eventually, you get to the mini-boss, which is a Stalfos, the skeletons with big spiky mace clubs. You kill them, and you get a mirror shield in the chest. A permanent upgrade. It replaces your old family shield. You can put that away in your pocket forever and not worry about it anymore. And yeah, it can reflect beams of light. You can reflect light from light sources, or you can reflect light that Medley shoots at you. You use it to solve puzzles and to fight the boss of the temple, Jalhala, by shining light at his big old tummy. Anyways, this has been reattached now. I think this is looking pretty good. This looks nice and shiny. Okay, I guess now we'll do the bird patterns. How's Mrs. Bingort? She's doing great. She's sitting in the other room watching stream, I think. Hello, wife! Most of my stuff is slightly clumsy, and that's okay. Gives it a nice homey feel to it. I think that will work.
Yeah, I did it!
My nose is getting stuffed up, so I am like breathing through my mouth, but I look like a weird, like, goblin man. See, if you can't see what lines I'm trying to cut, you won't realize how badly I'm cutting them. It looks like I'm doing it on purpose. Little goblin boy.
That's me.
Bird. That looks so sick, actually. I can't really show it because all the pieces will fall off, but this is gonna look really good. I warned myself against overcutting, and I overcat it anyways. I guess it's time to glue these birds on. Let's assemble this puzzle here. Oh, I need a Triforce. I forgot about that. I'm stupid. I need a Triforce. That should do it. Okay, so it should be pretty straightforward. I hope you can this is upside down. I never fixed that. Let's fix that right now. You were supposed to be like that. That's what it was supposed to look like. Let's put the Triforce down first. Let's do the birds last in case I have to, because they're gonna be the hardest to take off if I have to adjust anything else. But I'll try and keep them in their general position here. I do a lot of things in this stream with my mouth. Don't take that out of context. To paint, I'm going to basically just like do a bunch of lines of masking tape and then cover that. This looks amazing. I was very doubtful that it would come out alright, but it really did work. Ooh. Oh, look at it. Look at it. It's so good. Oh, I love that it's actually mirrored. That's so sick. I still gotta paint it and finish the edges, but like, look at that shine. That's like cinematic. Call Zelda. Zelda! I don't think she's gonna answer, she's not real. I be an arts and craftsman, yeah. My ultimate goal is to inspire others to do the same. It's so noble. No, I like learning how to make crafts better. And it's always, my favorite kind of comment I get is the one that's like, hey, I didn't know how to do this, and I watched your video, and now I want to give it a shot. And it's like, yes! Please, that's exactly what I want you to do. Are these damp? No, they're good. That's exactly the goal. I want people to learn to try it, because it's so much fun just making stuff that's yours. Oh. And sometimes the results can be really cool. The problem with using such a shiny surface is that if I get anything on it, like excess hot glue or string or strands, it kind of blemishes it permanently, and I don't want to do that. I don't want blemishes, it must be perfect. I mean, if you could see it up close in person, you'd realize that it's actually quite blemished in a lot of spots. You can't say that doesn't look great. That's amazing. That's not me trying to sound cocky, that's more like relief, because I wasn't actually sure if it would work or not, so I'm very glad to hear that it is in fact working. Do I look like I'm out of focus at all? Because my camera's giving me a couple issues with that. I thought I was in focus. I figured I should be, but maybe I should play with that real quick. I'm coming over there. Hi. I don't know if that's changed anything, but hopefully that should fix things a bit. I don't know how to make green screen not obvious. Now it's time to, do I Dremel this or do I just tape it? I think I'm just gonna tape it. There's not much I really need to Dremel. Now it's all PLA, so tape should hold to it no problem. If I had the lights, the room, and the budget for like a proper pro-grade green screen effect, I would do it, but all I have is a pop-up, 2 studio lights, and a wish. Mwah.
That's because you've been behaving so well. I also do really like making Let's Play highlight videos. Like the Last of Us one was really good, so was the Lethal Company one. Those ones were both really fun. I would love to make more videos like those lines too. The Silent Hill 2 video that I'm making is kind of like the Last of Us one, where it's like a playthrough that I've cut down and added silly parts into, because being silly is my favorite thing. I think I'm just gonna paint the Triforce directly with just with paint. You can't really see much of a difference of what I'm doing. I'm just taping up the whole thing so I can paint it easy. And I'll paint it, and I think that'll be it. There's not much else I gotta do aside from painting. Almost ready. Almost ready spaghetti. Why'd I say that? Stupid. Ready spaghetti is stupid. You like ready spaghetti? Well, you could have it then. That can be your thing. You can say that whenever you're on stream. Ready to start stream, and you say ready spaghetti, Ryland, and then I say stop. Should have made the Master Sword well. Maybe I will. Maybe that'll be the final item I make. I'm not sure yet if I want to make like the boat last, if I want to make the Master Sword, if I want to make something else last, but I do want to make like a final item, like a season closing item that's not just the hook shot. So maybe I'll make the Master Sword, maybe I'll make the boat. We're not sure yet. Okay, I think we're ready to paint. That's exciting. Yes, it's painting time. And I do have water. My wife brought me water for painting. Painting time. I think that's a good blue. It looks a little faint on camera because it's reflecting all the light at it. That's a good blue though. I wonder if I could have just painted the PLA directly. I suppose there wasn't really a huge need to tape it up, but it might not have gone on as well. Masking tape is great for painting. It goes over the frame really well, so it loses its like big seam where I had to glue the pieces because I couldn't print this all as one solid piece. I make things real fast. I'm a fast worker. Follow for more spiritual affirmations. This looks so good. I've still got it. Dang it, I painted on the part that I didn't want to paint on. Got some Bingort going on. ASMR going with the brushstrokes. You're right, yeah, with this music too. Hey, welcome to Season 3 of God Item. We'll be excessively whispering in this one for no other reason other than the bit. We'll be doing it for the Vine. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. Sorry, I'll stop that now. I know so many of you were enjoying that a little too much, so this Triforce is gonna need a couple coats. It's still like dim black. My eyeball hurts. Couldn't possibly be because I have like 4 different LEDs, 5 pointing at my eyes right now. That's all the blue we need. Now we need a lighter blue in order to highlight all the edges. Or at least all the corners, I suppose. So let's get a little more white in there. Tiny bit more white. I don't know if you can even see what kind of colors I'm mixing, but I feel like this dry brush isn't working. Yeah, it is. It's just subtle. That's okay. Subtlety is good here. It's coming along. It just needs the Triforce to be painted all the way all the way golden, and then give a nice bit of sheen across some of it. I guess I can gloss the outside while I wait for the yellow to dry. I'm just finishing up with the Triforce now, and that'll be a mirror shield done. Oh, that's amazing. Look at that. Look at that actual shine. That's so cool. That's finished. Oh, I love it. I never would have expected it to turn out this good. And the colors are good too. I'm glad the bird patterns actually worked. That makes me happy. With the mirror shield finished, the next item that you acquire is going to be the Hookshot. How's everybody doing? I'm doing great. Kind of. I'm tired. I'm always tired. As you can see, I put the mirror shield in the background. It's there now. It's totally real. This is a totally real setup behind me. I know it's super, super convincing. I have the paper model here. Got something of a plan here. Going to make each of these parts separately, but hopefully stick them together to make something a little bigger than this. But I want to have the chains spin. So what I did last night was I rigged up a little like spinning mechanism, which is very crude. It's a screw with 2 old wheels on it. I guess we'll just start with left to right. Let's do the spiky hook part. Spiky hook part. I suppose if I'm out of things to say already, which is a recurring problem in my streams because I'm not very good at commentating, I will have to begin the process of explaining how you get the hook shot. Where were we last time? Mirror shield. Yeah. The way you get the power bracelets is the same way you get the iron boots, just with a different arrow type. So you get the fire and ice arrows, you go over to the ice ring aisle, which is constantly blowing a bunch of frost out everywhere. Fire arrow that thing in the face, cools off. No, it heats up for a little bit and stops blowing ice. Ice cave with a bunch of slides. You gotta slide down a couple different slopes, and you get up to a chest that has the iron boots in it, which let you withstand heavy winds. With those, you can now head up 1 aisle north of Windfall and find the Wind Temple entrance. Similar to the Earth Temple entrance where you have to learn a song and find a sage, This one is the same thing. You meet a Kokiri sage. His name is Fado. That's his name. And he has a leaf-shaped violin. And if you remember leaf-shaped violins, that's Makar, little tiny plant boy. So you go find him, you play him the song. He becomes Fado for a second in the cutscene. And then there was an audience that was watching. Link and Fado bow to it when they finished their performance. And you awaken Makar as a sage as well. So you take Makar over to the Wind Temple and you can finally break down that barrier and get into the temple itself. Makar is almost immediately kidnapped and put in jail for his crimes of tree planting without a license. A lot of the dungeon is done single-handedly without Makar. About halfway through the dungeon, maybe a little earlier, you finally go face the mini-boss, which is a Grand Wizrobe, one of the bird wizard enemies. He can summon extra enemies to back him up while he throws fireballs at you. Very evil. And after you fight him, all Wizrobes you encounter from now on can also do that for some reason. It's great. You beat him and all the enemies he summoned, and a chest appears with a hookshot in it. You're actually trapped in the room until you figure out how to use the hookshot to get up to the top of the room, which has a release switch to let you out. The hookshot is the hookshot. It's a classic Zelda item. You point it, you shoot, and it pulls you to things, or pulls things to you depending on the weight. That's how you actually break Makar out of prison. You combine the hookshot with the iron boots to make sure you're too heavy to move, and you pull the statue down. But Makar is free, so you and him go through the rest of the temple, hookshot in hand, which now you can actually grapple the trees that Makar has planted before, so now they're a little more useful. And you also use it to pull in Molgera's tongue and chop it up, which kills him. I'm gonna miss the table and slice open my leg. That'll be fun. Like, Rylan live, no way. Well, yeah, I want to be live more often. Sorry, I'm not live so often anymore. I've just been busy being married and having adult grown-up man responsibilities like drinking water. I drink so much water I can't stream anymore. Well, I stream in other ways now, namely stream of pee into the toilet. I think I'm just gonna end stream now. I need to get better at asking questions for chat, but I also don't want to know anything about any of you. What are your addresses? How's focus? I think I got the camera focused as well as can be, but my camera is weirdly notorious for going out of focus for no reason. I'm gonna Dremel this one a ton. Haven't had to Dremel stuff in a little bit. I gotta get my gear on and actually Dremel this time. I can probably Dremel that to looking a little better, but that'll work. It looks like a big, looks like a wagon wheel. Why does my shirt get suddenly more saturated past my biceps? Oh, you're right. Why is that? I know why that is actually. I just didn't realize that it was doing that. It's a thing I have set up here, because this is a green screen, right? But this is also green. So I have like a safe zone set here for my toolbox. See if I can switch to it. Like if I go to just the camera feed by itself, this is how much gets cropped out actually. So I have safe zones set and cut. For some reason, the saturation effect I put on this to fix its look didn't apply to the other ones. I guess I just turn that off. I don't look too inhuman now. That's one good looking chain right there. Oh, looks like a weird pillow. Hot glue on my hot fingers. Hot fingers. I need like a button that just shoots me with a rocket anytime I say something stupid. I forgot how messy these get. The mirror shield was a very tame build when it comes to mess, because I didn't have to Dremel anything, I didn't have to cut a whole bunch of pieces. This is gonna be pretty messy. I'm very bad at stream gear. I kind of just make do with what I have. I don't really have a budget to go get a bunch of like equipment for streaming. I've already spent plenty on this set and it's mediocre. Well, mediocre is not right. This is decent, I'd say. It's better than a lot of streams I've seen. I mean, you log on to Twitch, you scroll down, streams with like the 1 to 5 people range. 95% of them are just like people sitting in like the very bottom corner of their screen just playing the game like, That's what all of them look like. Let's now build the chain holder, the spool for the chains. Don't necessarily want to just brush this all off the edge, because that would, oh yeah, I do. There it goes, bye-bye. You are cut very poorly. How did I do that so badly? Maybe I need to like use a ruler for this. I'm not good at geometry. I have a printer literally right here. Why don't I just look up a hexagon shape? Yeah, let's just print this. Open image in new tab. Save image. No, let's convert and save, because I don't want it to be a WebP. Why is everything a WebP now? I want to save a picture. Yay, a little hexagon! That's our hexagon template. First one didn't go so well at all. Why is this 2 pieces of paper? Did both go through? I like using foam. I've used this for everything I've built, except for maybe styrofoam for the stone mask. They didn't cut very well. That's fine though. Fine though, that'll work. Yeah, I sized that right. Let's slide this wheel set in there. That spins. Maybe not as like smoothly as I would have liked, but that's okay. There we go. Yeah, I like that this can spin. And the weight actually did fix it, so now it can spin even farther because it has enough weight to have some momentum behind it. It's definitely very improvised, but it honestly gets the job done just fine. Yeah, this is looking sick. This looks pretty cool. Now it just needs the chains. I think the cuff will be the last thing I do, which should be easy enough. It'll basically just be like a sleeve with a slight bend, then some decals on it, which I can use smaller foam for. Yeah, that'll work. I wonder, and just hear me out on this. I wonder if it'd be easier to just like glue on these in-between pieces instead of trying to actually like link these together properly, because I don't know how easy that's gonna be. Let's just do that. That'll probably actually be easier. I think it'll look better because if I try to do it the real way, it's going to be very widely stretched chain. Yeah, that looks good. That looks nice and chain linky. This chain's looking really good. It'll look better, especially painted, but this is looking sick. That looks so cool. Okay, that's like most of the hook shot ready. It just needs the cuff, the handle, and the decals, which shouldn't be too bad. That looks so good. Thank you. Oh no, I have to make a new one now. I will spin this forever from now on. I am occupied like a toddler on an iPad. Let's cut you out. I think I just cut part of my mouse pad. That's okay. Put the little two nubbins together. Know nothing about Canada, but you'd love to go. Not much to see, especially where I am. It's just kind of flat. This genuinely looks awesome. Like this is a cool shape we have made. I think I'm gonna keep it in several pieces for the sake of dremeling, which I'm gonna dremel pretty quickly here. I just got a little bit more to get done. I might even made it too big, but it should wrap around nicely. My poor mouse pad's just getting sliced up. How much to cover Doing Your Mom by Ray William Johnson. Doing your mom? That's just insulting. Yeah, thank you, Sky. You got it. You terrorize your friends with that Guptil video. Okay, good. Everyone gets it. Isn't that the same guy who did the Sonic women ratings, Guptil? Yes, okay, good. Thank you. Can I make it top 10 hottest Zelda props? Yes, it's working. This is working. It's coming along. It's coming along. Wait, I was doing the handle, wasn't I? And then I got distracted and did the rest of the cuff instead. If only we could see her take wing. Yes. I don't even understand what that line's supposed to mean. I know the entire video is insane, but what does that mean? Rouge flies all the time. What do you mean, see her take wing? Do you have eyes, Guptil? Oh, the hawk. My bad. I got mixed up. What's her name? Storm, Jet, and... Swallow? That's not her name. I thought Swallow was the bird she was. Jet the hawk, something the swallow, and Storm the albatross. Why do I know this? I hate that I know this. I wish to unknow this. Brooke, stop talking to me. I'm trying to stream. I'm trying to be a YouTuber. How dare you? Top 10 hottest Zelda characters. Who gets to be number one? It's Tilda. Tilda Swinton. What's better than curves? That's right, angles. You want to talk about angles? Let's talk about Child Zelda from Ocarina of Time. Oh no. Oh, Telma, not Tilda. Yeah, Telma from Twilight Princess. The guy who made the game, Eiji Aonuma, he says he wants to be scolded by a woman like that. I mean, like, good on him for just being blunt with it. Look at that. Look at that shape. I'll just cut towards my hand very gently. Very good. Okay, everything's kind of done and ready. I just need to do the decals for the cuff and the handle, and we're good. The cuff has 3 pieces on it. Let's see if I can draw it roughly with Sharpie. There she is. Hi, Lex. Don't show your butthole off to camera. I don't want your butthole showing on screen. It's not that kind of stream. Okay, stop beating my lights, hon. That's kind of the shape they're in. I feel like my methods are often unorthodox, but that's okay. They work for me. Mario! We're almost ready. We're almost ready. What I'll do is start going really fast with this knife. That's a good idea to speed things up. Yes, the cuff looks good. That looks very nice. Okay, I think it's time to start dremeling then. All right, mask time.
This is probably overkill for dremeling, but it's nice and safe. See ya.
Spore attack. What are you talking about?
Oh, that was stuck to me good. Whew, this was once an orange shirt, but all the pieces are dremeled, which means I can start with the quick spackling. Whew, this whole room's gonna need a good vacuum at some point. I should be able to glue everything together now. I also forgot to cut out a handle. I still haven't done that. I can do that right now, actually. There we go. I'm a mess. I'm glad the face mask works, but other than that, I am covered in dust. There we go. That should work as a handle. Very small, simple thing that'll be out of sight, out of mind. Once it's all one shape, I can fill in cracks and we'll call it done. I mean, how does that look? Just gotta fill in the cracks after and that'll be it, but that's pretty sick. It actually melts on the wrist, okay. Now we do crack sealant and we call it a stream. Maybe I should have gloves for this. Too late. I think we are good to call that. I look like I've just got a shift in the coal mines. That's gonna be it for stream, I think. I'm gonna go grapple away now. Hi! How's it going? You hear static. Uh-oh. Well, let me fix that. 1 sec! Run and plugged and static's kind of vibes though. No. We have no time for vibes. That's way too loud. I'm sorry. 1 sec. 1 sec. I broke so many things.
I think I got it, but now the webcam's broken. You'd think I know how to stream by now, but I still haven't learned. Goodness gracious, welcome to stream. I thought I tested audio, but I guess I didn't. Well, we just started and I'm already out of sorts and confused. Need to replace the insulation of my walls. Itchy in here. Oh, ow, I bashed my computer with my knee. We're painting this thing, and this thing is sick. Look at this. It spins. Is that not sick? Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen? And this part doesn't. That took me forever to figure out how to get this to spin without this part spinning as well. We're gonna paint it, and hopefully it'll still spin smoothly. If it doesn't, then I'll cry. I'm gonna spin this as a fidget for the rest of the stream. We're not gonna paint it all. I'm just gonna stand here and spin. I think I may have had too much sugar before I started. The hook point, the pointy part, and the spinning chain is PLA. It's 3D printed. There's so many people in chat. That makes me nervous. All of you go away. Don't do that, please. I need to grow. I need to grow big and strong. I have a jar of water to paint this time. I didn't forget like I did last time. I forget this every stream, so I paint and then oh, it's leaking. Get the gloss out, get the blue and the white and the black, and I think that's the only colors for this thing. It's mostly just blue and white. I will start by making a light blue coat to go over top of this piece and this piece, and then the rest will just be kind of grays. If it doesn't work, I'll be sad. But that's how we learn. We learn by failing, and if you don't fail, then you don't learn. And if you don't learn, then you don't succeed. So you have to fail to succeed, to learn, to fail, to seed, to seed. Blue! The paint is yogurt, the paint is yogurt. Yes, taste paint for content. Oh, ooh, oh. Good. Let's wipe that off before I swallow it by accident. Children, don't do that. That was AI for a second. Thanks for being a real person. I'm not real. That's not true. I am real. I'm a real boy. How do I prove it? Do I need to let blood out? Done. You won't see it, but it's done. I do like the landlord special where I cover everything in paint, and then I try and cover it up with more paint to fix it later. Look at it go. It's oh my goodness. It's being obliterated by the green screen effect. Hookshot was partially invisible. Yeah, it's true. I wasn't real. I'm gonna take off my face now. Terminator. Just no stuck pepper shirt. Yeah, it's here. It keeps wrinkling. I gotta keep it straight. Show off my cool pecs, my cool man pecs. Ooh. That doesn't fit anymore? Well, it doesn't, but that doesn't stop me from wearing it. I may have gotten super fat, but Dr. Pepper is even fatter. I don't expect this stream to take forever because I have to get my wife in 3 hours from now, so let's hope I can get this done quicker than that. The thing's very colorful. It's got lots of different mixes of grays. Okay, that doesn't sound good when I say it like that. It's gray colorful. My blue juice, my chug jug. I don't think that one will give me shields though, I think it'll give me pain. Let's make this hook very black, and then I'll do lighter layers on top of it. Smurf Ryland. No, please. Why have you done this to me? No! Now I'm blue. A song from my current condition relating to a certain color. Blue. Oh, da-ba-dee-da-ba-da. I figured out the mystery. It only took me a while because I'm stupid. That's not true. I'm very smart. My IQ is 168, according to IQTestReal.gov. I have so many paintbrushes, and I'm gonna wreck them probably by accident, but they're not mine, they're my wife's, so it's okay if I wreck them. My goal here and my expectation is to do something. Can't remember what it was. I'm gonna do the darker colors first, and then I'll add the brighter colors as well. This is gonna look so sick when it's finished. Especially if I can get the metal parts to be shiny. I think that'll be cool. I have to make this a dark circle so that it makes this thing look like a socket more than it looks like a flat end. The round explode into an epic fart that slowly dissolves into a Tourette Sky compilation where you 48 inches to hamster dance. No, in fact, I'm gonna edit that out of the video entirely. There's no message there. The message just says, haha, yay! I've got to get better at keeping this in the top camera here, because I set it up for a reason. I've got to actually do it. I've got to keep stuff visible so people can see, so the adoring fans can see my epic work skills. Go, Bingort, go! Make music, and make Hookshot, and make love to me. Sorry. I forget that I'm blue, then I look over and I get surprised. I don't know why people thought I was AI. Do I look AI-ish? Do I look real? I hate AI. If they drink all the water in the world, they take it all away. They put it inside their central processing unit, and it generates pictures of AI women. Disgusting. Grok, put her in a bikini. Grok, put me in a bikini. This is looking a little cheap. Well, it's made of plastic. What do you expect? Does that look good? I think that looks pretty good. Right. Dark black. Dark black. Dark black. Dark gray. I'm losing it. You got a little blue on my face, tiny bit of blue.
No, I put it there for fun. I'll put even more right now. Oh man, I'm running out of time. I need to finish stream in like the next 45 minutes. I think I can pull it off, but I need to pick up the pace a little bit. Baking in the lighting really does just like finish it. It's awesome. I'm speedrunning and blue. I'm running out of time to finish stream, but I also have to make my nose blue. Once I have these two done, I will finish up with chain details and this top ring, and I'll see if I can do any cleanup before then. I wouldn't mind like sharpening up my lines to appear much harder because they seem kind of like scuffy and gradienty currently, and that's not what I want. That's looking pretty good actually. I think I just need to work on the chain now, and I could call that pretty much finished for stream, but slow and steady gets the worm. I'm not a worm!
I am a strong man.
I'm panicking. Stop panicking, Ryland. It's not gonna get the thing done any faster. Well, it might a little bit, but it's also gonna make it look really bad. Can always add more later. I can't finish stream though. I have to finish it on stream here. Otherwise, I'm a fraud and a failure and a liar. Self-imposed stress. The worst kind. Then I'll varnish it in a couple spots and we'll call it done. Down to the wire here. I've got 4 minutes left before I need to like start ending stream. Sweet. Is this gonna overflow if I put that in there? Yes it is. I think that's it. I think we're done. Come on, you can't say that's not cool. It looks so good. Well, I'm out of here. That is the hook shot. Finished. Let's give it a spin. Yeah, look at this thing. I like it. I am very happy with this. Yeah, it's so cool. I love that it spins. With the hook shot out of the way, the next item we're gonna make before the finale is going to be the Master Sword.
Wind Waker is one of my favorite Zelda games, and probably one of my favorite games as well. I'm sure if you clicked on this video, then you probably are a fan of the game, at least a little bit in some way. One of my favorite aspects of the game is probably the idea of getting a weakened Master Sword and having to power it back up before you can actually take down Ganondorf. The sword transforms in such a cool way as you gradually wake it back up from its long slumber, and I figured it would be amazing to create a real-life version of that transformation. However, the sword changes in such a dramatic way. Not only do the guards magically change the place they're attached to, but the color difference in the gem and the blade between sleeping and awakened is such a dramatic shift. How could anyone possibly pull this off? How indeed. Today, we're going to be building a transforming Master Sword from Wind Waker. So, where do we even begin with this? I guess let's start by making a rough plan according to what I want this thing to do. In-game, it changes twice. The first transformation has the guards of the handle swing out, but they don't just unfold like they do in, say, Skyward Sword. In this one, they actually change where they're attached as well. It would look like this if they just unfolded. So we'll need to figure out a way to get them to move properly. The second transformation has both the blade and this gem thing light up. The blade should be easy enough to line with LED strips, but the gem changes from fully black to this golden yellow. Let's figure out the handle first. Comparing the two places the guards go, we can generally figure out at least where they need to move through. Since we can see a common area where the guard is still attached in both places, we have our mount and rotation point. Using that, we can build a rail system so the guards move up and down. We don't want them just flopping around. They need to have a constant pressure on them to hold them either up or down to make sure they're not just sliding freely. If I use a set of elastic bands, I can pull them upwards, and they can move side to side freely without disconnecting from each other. Okay, good start. Now how do we lock them? Well, assuming I'm going to use a PVC pipe for structure, it would make sense to have something travel through that so it can move smoothly, rather than catching and scuffing on the 3D print material I'm planning to use otherwise. So after a bit of modeling, Boolean cutting, printing, assembling and testing, and then having to adjust and do it all again, I eventually came up with this setup. The guards are on a rail track that allows them to move between their closed and open positions. Because of where they're hooked onto the elastic, they're automatically rotated to their correct spots when pulled in either direction. The elastic bands connect to the guards and then to an upper pin so that they're always being pulled upwards. On that same connecting bar the guards have, I'll have a paracord rope that connects to what I've called the plunger hook. Then a second paracord rope connects through the plunger hook, through the release button, and all the way down into the pommel. This means I can pull on the pommel, which will then pull the guards down and lock them in place using that release button. I based the modeling on a couple Nerf gun mechanisms. The release button is on a spring, so it can move temporarily to either catch the plunger or let go of it. This seems feasible, and I can keep both the guards and the pommel tucked in place using magnets. Would you have done this any differently? I'm sure some of you are better engineers than I am, so leave a comment and tell me how you do it. Next, the lights. Obviously, white LED strips should work and fit, but there's two things. I can't just use white 3D printer filament, it blocks too much light. so I'll need to print with a transparent filament instead, and then cover specific areas with something later, mainly so that the edges and Triforce design can really light up when the blade is powered on. The Master Sword doesn't just glow a little bit, it shines very brightly. So I bought a 12-volt daylight LED strip. You might just think I could throw on a 12-volt battery, and while this would technically be enough to get the lights on, they become extremely dim compared to a wall plug.
Not bright enough, but getting there.
In order to make it the brightness I want, we need a battery that's much stronger. One 9-volt battery would last longer, but would barely be enough to turn the lights on, since it's a 12-volt strip. This also means that 2 9-volt batteries would be too much if combined, and it would burn out the lights as soon as I connected them. As well, where would I put these? The handle doesn't have enough room, and the blade will be packed too tightly with the pipe, strips, and some wood dowels I'm adding for extra stability. 12-volt batteries with enough power to make these lights bright are even bigger than the 9-volts, so fitting them in the blade or handle wouldn't work. What I did find out is that I could use a series of AA batteries, and since they're small and thin, I could actually put them inside the PVC pipe to leave room for the lights themselves. On their own, AA batteries only output about 1.5 volts. But by stacking them, I can actually combine their output, which is what a lot of flashlights actually do. So 8 batteries combine to about 12 volts, which is exactly what the lights are looking for. As for the blade itself, I'll need something to go over top of it that's a nice white color, but still lets enough light through to glow faintly, so the blade still looks clean and shiny when it's not powered on. What I decided on was a large roll of thick shrink wrap. If I superglue the blade in specific spots, I can cut away parts like the edges and the Triforce decal without having the whole thing fall off. That should ideally give us a decent glow with some really bright highlights. Okay, that's 2 out of 3. Now for the golden gem thing. Ideally, I want this to be black when it's off and yellow when it's on. Most colored lights, when off, still look like the color they are, just dimmer. How do I pull this off? Especially in a way that makes it as shiny as it is in game. After a bit of research, the best looking option seemed to be epoxy resin, specifically smoked or powdered resin. It took a few tries, but I ended up getting the result that was just obscured enough to not let ambient light through, but the colored lights could still be seen through behind it no problem. It's not a perfect black, but it's a hell of a lot better than having a murky yellow color when the lights are off. The lights themselves are another question. I have the 12-volt white strip, but I'll need some specifically yellow lights behind this one. My idea here is to simply buy a pack of little yellow LEDs and use those. My battery tube would be too powerful for just 1 or 2, but if I spread the charge across 5 of them, it means they could safely be turned on by the same battery as the blade. Think of like that scene in Guardians of the Galaxy where they all hold hands, that kind of idea. Okay, we have a plan and we know what to grab. We need transparent 3D printer filament. I went with PLA from Elegoo. I need 3mm brass rods for my guards, as well as general mounting purposes. I need a box of at least 8 AA batteries, and buying this pack was cheaper than 2 packs of 4. I need PVC heat shrink wrap, specifically colored white, electrical solder since I ran out, a PVC pipe and 2 matching dowels for support, rubber bands to pull the guards up, wire, specifically 18 gauge. I would have gone with 20 gauge, but none of the hardware stores near me had it. Super glue, obviously. Magnets, so I can hold the pommel and guards in place without locking them. The LED strip I mentioned earlier, and our yellow LEDs. Using filaments I already owned for the non-transparent parts, that brings the cost of this one up to a nice even sum of... This had better work. Since I had a plan in place, I didn't really go one step at a time for modeling. I took the base model from in-game and would impulsively switch from part to part as I got farther along. I'm sure anyone who actually knows how to use Blender would strangle me for how badly I'm butchering these models, but I don't care. My methods worked for me. By the end of it, I had these pieces. The blade, hollowed out and separated into 3 different parts to fit on my print bed, with a hole cut out for the handle to clamp onto. The base, which is cut in half in order to fit onto the blade, which has the guardrail system, gem slot, pipe socket, and has spring and button slots carved out. The guards, which have a brass rod slot cut out for them, as well as the details carved into the model itself. The pommel and pommel pin, which allows the bottom paracord rope to tie onto something pretty sturdy, and since the pommel is hollowed out, this can store the excess paracord when the guards are retracted. The plunger hook, which is the piece that moves within the pipe to latch onto the button hook below. The release button, which is the thing I just said. The resin gem mold. It would definitely look better to use a silicone mold, but I didn't have the budget or patience for that, so I decided to just print 2 of these and destroy them to get the gem out after it cures. And a 3mm pin for scaling. The pieces were not modeled to scale, so if I adjust this one to be 3mm thick and scale the rest up by that percentage, we'll have the size I was picturing in my head during modeling. Each of these pieces went through several rounds of assembling, testing, adjusting, and reprinting before I had results that worked smoothly. If you want the finished pieces, in case you want to try making a sword yourself, they are available over on my Patreon. With a good enough starting point, I started the work on assembling the sword for real. I started by cutting the PVC pipe and dowels to proper length, and bolting them together on one end so they would keep shape while still letting me work around them. I used my wood burning kit to do a lot of melting on both the 3D prints and the PVC pipe in order to cut holes, smooth jagged parts, and adjust sizes. You may be asking, Ryland, shouldn't you be wearing a mask for all the fumes you're creating? Yes. Anyways, before working on the lights at all, I wanted to first make sure the locking mechanism was as functional and reliable as possible. One of the biggest issues I faced was having the plunger hook rotate out of alignment with the button hook, meaning that while I could still put the guards down, it wasn't able to catch and lock.
I'm so lost.
After a lot of fighting, I solved it by having a hole cut sideways through the plunger, offset by a bit so I could still feed the rope through. I put a small rod through it, and then carved another rail system into the PVC pipe itself to make sure it always stays at the correct rotation, meaning it finally locked consistently and properly.
Yes.
Finally. This will attach with magnets and stuff the rope inside of it so it can still be flush when it's like this. It's just used as a good, like, sturdy pull piece without tearing up my hands anymore because my hands are so blistered from pulling on this rope while testing. With the handle working, it was time to move on to the blade lights. First things first, we need our battery. So I measured out how much space I would need, keeping it tight so the batteries would rattle as little as possible, since anytime the batteries moved at all, the lights would flicker a bit. This wasn't crazy hard, but it did take a bit of trial and error to make sure the batteries could all go in, while keeping the positive and negative wires attached and accessible. Once I had them in place, I closed off the opening and decided on sealing the batteries in there for good. While it would have been nice to have a way to swap out batteries after they die out, I was running out of patience and decided it wasn't worth reprinting or melting anything if I wasn't planning to drain the batteries anyways. Once it dies, the lights are just gonna stay off for good. Since I had the battery tube finished, I moved on to the white lights first. I didn't have quite as much length on the LED strip as I would have liked to, but that worked out for the better when it came time for wiring. Like I mentioned earlier, the smallest gauge of wire I could find at either of the whole 2 hardware stores we have in this town was 18 gauge. Gauge? Gauge? I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm calling it gauge. If I'm wrong, let me know. This meant that, while they definitely wouldn't be a bottleneck for how bright the lights could get, instead they became a massive pain because they are thick as hell. These are actually intended to be used as a lamp cord, like for a table lamp. So even if the actual metal parts of the wires themselves weren't too big, the rubber coating basically tripled the thickness I was fighting with. This meant that, once I had the strips cut, glued in place, and wired, it was a fight to actually fit the blade shell on top of it. This took a lot of careful wiggling and pushing to get the rods in there, but I could rest easy knowing they sure as hell weren't coming back out afterwards. I managed to get all the pieces in place with only a little bit of damage to the rod and lights. Oh no, I sincerely hope I didn't break anything when I pushed all that all the way through. No, we didn't, we're good. It all still lights up. No flickering, no nothing. Yes! Finally, it was time to do the gems. I made 10 sets of 5 diodes, since 5 was the amount needed to spread the power out safely, and 50 was a good amount of lights to use to make the gem look full. I soldered them and then cut their height down a bit once they were reliably attached. This did end up working okay for a while. The only issue was how much space the LEDs were taking. Not side by side necessarily, but front to back. Once the LEDs were glued in, I couldn't get the handle to fit and clamp onto the blade anymore. And then, when I was working on squeezing them together, a good amount of the LEDs began to detach from one another, leaving spots in the lighting. As this was going on, I was getting impatient and clumsy. Why not? Lose my fucking mind. And when I was trying to fix the detachments, I burnt them all out at basically the same time. Well, that sucks. But thankfully it wasn't a huge loss. It looked pretty for a good bit, but the twisting and soldering just wasn't reliable after trying to assemble it. They were just taking up too much space, and trying to cram it all together was just a losing battle. So instead of buying more of the same kind, I looked around for other options, and then came across this one. This is a colored 3030 LED. It's the same type used in car buttons, and they use the same voltage as my LED strips, so I don't have to worry about spreading the power out between them. I can just connect them directly to the battery. So that's what I did.
He was big and strong, and his eyes are flaming.
They ended up working much smoother than the previous diodes. Technically, they didn't quite give the gems the full effect I was looking for, but realistically, I didn't think it was going to get much better without risking the same issues as before. Once I had these ones wired and glued in place, I was ready to connect the wires and assemble the whole thing. I routed all the negative wires to one massive twisted negative blob, and the same for the positive wires, save for the battery. I ran the battery's positive wire to a simple thumb switch first, and then finished the circuit, meaning it could easily be turned on and off at the press of a switch without having to worry about tapping wires together anymore. After having all that figured out, it was time for the final assembly. It was still a fight, getting the handle to clamp onto the blade comfortably, and it ended up being a really tight squeeze still. Thankfully, hot glue came to my rescue as usual. To put it bluntly, I squished the 2 sides together onto the blade, and then just filled it with hot glue, using 4 or 5 sticks of it. I made sure to regularly move the guards and elastics so they didn't get stuck, and I was paying attention to make sure I didn't get glue anywhere I didn't want to, but the method was still very crude. With everything glued in place, the lights and wires working for both the blade and gems, and the guards moving and locking reliably, the build was basically completed.
Yes!
It was just painting, glossing, and finishing from there. But I was tired of doing this all alone. After priming the guard for painting, I decided to live stream the final steps of the process. I have been at this, since 4 days after uploading the Hookshot video. I've been at this non-stop. I wanted it to do something cool. So, ignore that. It lights up, just like it does in-game. Oh, it also transforms back into its sleeping form. I hope you understand why this took me so long, because making this all work was a real struggle. This is not the coolest thing you've ever seen. We're gonna be painting the handle and then coating this in a shrink wrap so I can put the designs on it and also give it more highlights. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I hope you are all too. Let's get to painting. I swear, I oiled this chair. Oh yeah, you can see one of the lights doesn't work on this side. This is the bad side. It has the switch and the button and the light, the faulty light. This is the good side though. Ignore this, it keeps falling off. Okay, this is way too dark. This is phthalo blue, just like Bob Ross.
Touch of the phthalo blue.
The blue is like the main color of this thing. There's not much besides it. Maybe the yellow of the gem. On top of all of the printing details, because this is a 3D print, obviously. I have used a wood burning kit and inhaled a lot of plastic fumes, but I've carved in a lot of the extra details. I may have lung cancer at age 30, if not sooner. But I do have a cool sword to fight it off with. This is good paint. Look at how quickly that's already like sticking on. This is just one coat so far still. I think pretty obviously you can tell it's a 3D print, but that's okay. I'm not worried about layer lines showing up. This is definitely one of the most impressive projects I've done. At least to me. I don't know, maybe you can be the judge of that. I'm gonna be covered in blue paint. I'm not putting any paint on my face this time. I think. I am caught blue-handed. I spanked Sonic too hard. I have magnets in place to try and hold them, but they don't do a very good job. So I just keep it up like this. Already, just painting it blue, that looks pretty good. This was so hard. I only just got this thing actually functionally working reliably. AI could never. Isn't it kind of sad though that like AI has invaded so prevalently that now you have to say that you're not AI, otherwise idiots by default will assume. And idiots are your audience. No offense to any of you. I don't mean it like that. The average person is really stupid when it comes to the internet, and it's it sucks that those are the people you have to appeal to. Already, just making the handle blue has done 90% of making this look like it's finished, but I do want to finish the blade with a nice white coat. This will shrink to half its size, and I'm gonna wrap it around the blade and shrink it down. The bow with fire, ice, and light arrows. That wouldn't be too hard, actually. I'm gonna grab the bow. It's hiding over there. Let me just go grab it to show you what happened to it. So this is unfortunate, but it's just a reality of making props that are flimsy. The bow has broken. It's actually even broken in my thumbnail. I built it too flimsy and I got way too greedy with how much I was pulling back on it to pose. So eventually it just kind of snapped. To be fair, it's not hard to fix. It would just take a bit of super glue and maybe some hot glue and a bit of binding to get it to go back on. But it's in 2 pieces right now. Take that. Hiya! It's gonna be your retirement bow. I can make you a new one. Calm down. It's fine. So that was needlessly aggressive. Eat the paint if you're really sorry. Don't actually. Oh, you're too late. I need Kleenex now. It's gonna be a tad blue now. Yeah, I can sense that I have a bit still on my face. I didn't think it'd take this long to just paint, but we've been at this for an hour and 15 already. You could call that finished if you wanted to. Ooh, that looks good. Putting a darker blue in the crevices. Yeah, that looks nice. I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but it definitely looks stronger. Definitely gonna do another bit of black over top of these just to finalize some details. I'm highlighting the bottom parts with a darker blue. I'm dry brushing it in so it looks like it has a little more lighting baked in. I'm probably doing the paint equivalent of like when you sketch with a pencil and then smudge it with your finger and you're like, I'm really good at shading, but this looks good. Look at this side compared to this side. There's like a slight dynamic to it that I think looks really good. It makes it look like it's more metallic. Even if the lighting is baked in, I think the lighting just makes it look nicer. Yeah, color gradients are looking nice. Okay. I think that's looking pretty close to like ready to do the white part now. That's beautiful. Look at these, look at those colors. Look at the gradients on this thing. This looks sick. There, I doubt those are even visible on camera. Oh, maybe. Can you see like the tiny bit of yellow in the eye, in like the dragon eye down here? Ooh, look at that gem shine though. Whoa, that varnish fixed it.
nice out. That looks sick. This looks so good. Okay, now it's time for the last thing. Here's our shrink wrap. The last thing I want to do is mess this up. What is on this? Why is there poop on this wrap? It looks like a piece of toilet paper that got pooped on. Ooh, it looks like the moon. Tricky to get off, but that does form a very nice like blade covering. And then as for brightness, can you see a... Oh, whoa, that looks so good. That looks great. That's exactly like the kind of highlight I wanted. Okay, I just have to get the covering done right and we're good. This will work. This is gonna work so well. This is my first variation of the blade. The outside shape hasn't changed. It's all of the inside. So I could actually just put this back together and then put that over top of this. Yeah, it looks very clean when it's not loose or wrinkly. But I guess I don't have to be super careful. I say that as I make a mistake. I'm still learning to work with this material. I've never done shrink wrap stuff before. So this is neat, but tricky. Yeah. This is hard. I suppose what I could do instead is just cut the creased line instead. Give it way brighter highlights so it's exaggerated. That way I'm not worrying about keeping it super even if I can just keep it on the line. Maybe this will be stupid, but I even could just like glue this on, the plastic wrap, and then paint even to like slightly bevel the edges that are bleeding out too hard. That way it can be a little more gradual so it's not just flat on and off, but the lighting could actually increase as the paint coats get thinner at the edge of the thing, maybe? This, I hate to say that this isn't working great. I would love for this to work a little better, but I'm not really having much luck with this shrinking wrap. So maybe I should just paint the blade, do a bunch of coats of white, but that'll take too long. I'm gonna give this a shot and see if it works. It can still look good. I'm just unsure of if it will, but I gotta have faith. I gotta have faith this will work. The Lord has given me many good props when I just trust that it'll look okay. And I will do the same with this. Yeah, worst case scenario, the whole universe implodes. Well, worst case scenario, the blade looks like garbage and I spent a month making it functional just to make it look stupid, but you're right. This does not matter in the grand scheme of things. That line is really bad. Okay, to be fair, that's because this light is looking at it from head on. If I level this, that's not bad. Well, that doesn't look too terrible on camera. Definitely not as obscuring as I would have liked, but okay, that Triforce looks sick actually. Okay, now for the other half. I get lots of super glue on my fingers when I do any project involving super glue, and I'm just okay with it. Except when it does that. I am within like the last hour at least, but I've been at this for that's just under 5 hours. What I will do is just ignore that and paint up between them. It looks a little shoddy in a couple ways, but it's not terrible. Shit. It's fine. Why are you not centered anymore? What did... Get off! There we go. Stop sticking to things, fingers. Ignore my anger. I wouldn't be mad about it sticking, it's just that it keeps pulling it off of other things and then leaving it with a bunch of fingerprints on it. I hate super glue so much, but I have no other luck with any other material for sealing things without making it super gobby. I like hot glue for that same reason, but... Stop. Ignore just like the gross colors that you see here. There. Let's say that's glued on well enough. The rest will be... The rest will not be The rest will be painted. My hands are covered in super glue and my eyes are also covered in super glue. To be fair, I'm glad super glue works on this plastic really well, but I don't like the other part of it. Become super glue man. I already have. I can still salvage this. And not that it needs to be salvaged, but I can still do good here. I just need to be careful. I thought the plastic wrap would work a lot better than it did, but it didn't. And that's okay. We make it work anyways. And it doesn't look bad. Plus, the blade's still cool. But I wish it turned out a little cleaner than it looks. And when the lights are on, this thing looks awesome. I just wish it looked a little cleaner when it was off. That way, the sleeping state of the sword looked okay compared to the awakened state. That was the goal, was to have them look pretty close together. But that's okay. I'm not angry and I don't think this is a failure. Wow, I don't mean to keep talking badly about the prop because I think it's still impressive, but I don't think I've ever had a prop go from like so promising to so mid in a stream before. Maybe I'm being too self-critical. Well, it looks fine on camera. In fact, it looks pretty good on camera. It doesn't just look fine, it looks good. In real life, this looks super shoddy. But you're not here in real life. You don't get to see the real life version. You have to see the internet version, the one that I am going to curate and edit to look good. It looks so dinky. Oh well, I feel like I'm rushing it. I gotta stop rushing it. But I'm also tired of doing this. Not just tonight, but in general. Been at this for well over a month. Just want to be done with it now. Get the video done and go to sleep for a year. That being said, I'm also hungry and probably tired and not well hydrated. So that might just be me being like hangry at my own work. This will probably look fine once I have food in my body. All right, now technically that's all the work done. I just need to quickly glue these all down. There. Okay, we're done. That's the sword finished. Put it together and actually show it off. I think the Triforce looks a little stupid. But other than that, this is still a really cool result. Cool and fine. Acceptable. I feel like I should be happier about this. I am happy. I think it looks good. I'm discouraged that it, after looking so cool for so long, it looks medium to me at the moment. But it looks good. This is a good looking prop. Done and done. Finally, after all this time. That's the Master Sword. Why can't I get it to work? I'm gonna make this thing slippery if I have to. How is it that it transformed so many times without issue? And now that I'm trying to finish the stream and call it done, it won't let me. There. That's gonna be end of stream.
I'm sure it was clear from the live stream, but I was generally unhappy with how the shrink wrap turned out. So, off stream, and generally off camera, I peeled off the current shrink wrap layer, which took a pretty long time. It's called super glue for a reason. I gave it one more patient try, and I like these final results much better. With that, the Master Sword was finally finished. I am immensely proud of these results. The fact that this exists at all proves that I had the willpower and blessing to make it happen. Full credit to the Lord in heaven for giving me the skills, patience, and perseverance to pull this off, because I promise you, there were many, many, many times I sat at this table thinking it would be easier to just stop trying. I love the look of the Dormant Master Sword a lot. I very rarely ever see anyone build that one specifically, save for this one Reddit post. So the fact that not only is another Dormant Master Sword prop now created, but I'm the one who built it, feels like a massive achievement. How do you like it? This was very much a trial and error build, with a lot of error and half success. So what's something you'd change, or do differently if you made one? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the work I've put into this prop, this video, this season, and this series. Much love, God bless, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye!